FBI, open up!
Fast as fuck, boy.
You like that? You like that? I like that.
That is very offensive.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TACT Lab, where four friends sit down to talk about pretty much anything. Like always, well, not like always. This time around, I'm surrounded by four friends, four beautiful friends. This one, we have a special guest in the dungeon with us. Does anybody care to even talk about how they're doing, or should we just jump right into it?
Jump right into it.
I mean, we're good.
All right.
Pizza, we're
I
good.
like doing the intro.
Thomas gave us pizza.
Oh, Thomas wants
that's
to
the
tell
intro.
how he's doing.
I like doing the intro.
Keep it the same.
So you want to?
Yeah,
Just ask
do the
Thomas
intro.
how
Go.
he's doing. We
This is
all-
live.
We see
Fuck it.
Go. It's Thomas.
Okay.
How are you?
Good. I found out this new thing today, though. I don't know if you heard about it.
Right.
Do you know the difference between snow bunnies and slaw bunnies?
I know what a snow bunny is. I do not know what a slaw bunny
A
is.
slaw bunny.
Slaw bunny?
Slaw
For the
bunny.
uninitiated, what is a
is it?
snow bunny?
A snow bunny. It's like a hot chick that snowboards.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure that's not what a snow bunny is.
I did not.
That's the slang term for it. Yeah.
Okay.
But what do you think a snow bunny
I
is?
think it's something like
Some sexual.
yeah,
I thought he was
something-
talking about his ex-wife.
Okay. Oh, you thought his ex-wife was a snow bunny?
Yeah.
She's far from a
Isn't
snow
that what a
bunny.
snow bunny
Oh yeah. that is a white chick that's dating a black guy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the other form. That's the
Anyway,
other form.
what's a slaw bunny?
A slaw bunny is slaw bunny is out. I
okay.
ruined the joke. It's supposed to be slaw bunny snob. But y'all overanalyzed it so bad. You're supposed to say slaw bunny.
So Chris, how are you?
Good.
All right, Alex, how are you?
I was good this morning when I got I ordered a cold brew with cream, and they gave me a sweet tea with cream.
I didn't know you even drank coffee.
Oh, I know it's this magical thing. I didn't know either.
That wasn't coffee.
Wait,
What?
Thomas, pass him a cold
you got a
brew.
cold brew with cream.
Yeah. I like cold brew.
But they didn't give him a cold brew with
They
cream.
gave me a sweet tea.
with
Was
cream.
this your first time trying coffee?
No, what the fuck? Why is it my first time trying coffee?
You just said you're not. You said you don't drink coffee.
When?
Literally 2 seconds ago, I was like, I didn't know you drank coffee. You're like,
I
yeah,
did.
me neither. I don't normally.
just
That's
fucking
literally
with you.
what you just said.
Well, so I get a giant sweet tea with cream in it.
Where
So it's
from?
Dunkin' Donuts. They gave me a tea with milk in it.
You're ashamed to North Carolina to go to Dunkin'.
Well, I went to Starbucks next.
Okay.
You tried again?
Just start over.
Yep.
And the girl saw my tattoo, and she's like, what is the key for?
Did you say her heart?
And I didn't answer. She's like, oh, is it a key for God, to unlock God? And it was like, ha
What? Why would that be a thing you ever assume?
And you did you give her an answer
I
then?
said no.
It's just a key.
It's like, I don't know what it goes to. It's a fucking key.
It's a bad choice in my life.
She gives me my card back. She's like, "Oh, what's that key for?" First, she said, "Unlock the air,"
What?
and then she's like, "Oh no, it's for God." I said, "It's definitely not for that."
You should have just said it's
My
for punch-
fisting.
You
just
should have said
punch in
yeah.
the air.
I should have
Yeah.
said it's for your pussy. But,
What is
you
a
know.
key? I've never seen that in my life. A key to God?
Yeah. You should have said yep.
But I got my order right, so
That's
Did
something.
you write key man on your
What do you want? Yep, you're key man now.
key master?
Well,
Yeah. I'm sorry, my joke fell flat as shit. It was a lot funnier whenever
you,
I was thinking about it.
heard of the story Bophades by Homer?
I've never heard of the story.
It was the third book after. It was after Iliad.
No, I've never heard of both of these.
Bophades nuts.
Ah!
That was better. That was better.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so
You didn't ask how he was doing.
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry, we didn't ask how you.
How are
was
you doing, Tyler?
I'm fine. For the past 4
Fuck you,
days,
Tyler.
for the past 4 days, I've had diarrhea. I'm trying to figure out shit, but I'm fine.
Drink some barium.
What?
Drink some barium.
What is that? Is that not? Is that like something that's in a
Is that
thermometer?
another joke?
That's Mercury.
Barium
What's
deep.
barium?
Barium
Stuff
deep.
you drink. It's like white chalky stuff.
Nah, I can't figure it out, but I'm just pissing out my asshole. Buried them these nuts.
Deep.
Barium.
Oh, that's why you're okay.
Well,
Anyways.
plunger.
I feel like our guest deserves an intro.
No.
And then we can ask him how he's doing.
Okay, fine.
Well,
Since you went through the trouble.
Do the intro.
I feel like I have to read this intro. This is straight from the source, from the man, Jason.
Well,
Okay.
I can't take it away, but
All right. So
Okay.
currently, and I've worked with Jason. Currently, he works in NASCAR for a pretty big team.
Okay.
That's a pretty big accomplishment. He graduated top of his class at NASCAR Technical Institute. I would imagine that's a little low. What?
yeah.
What? You shitting
It's
on
on
his
there.
accomplishments?
Fuck, I didn't even go to post-high school
Hey,
education.
at least he went to NTI and he's not working at AutoZone. That's a damn
Or
accomplishment.
That is that
That's
you
true.
work in the industry, Jason.
Yes.
That's you're an enigma.
Yeah.
You did it.
Nominally.
You did
Yeah.
Not amount of many.
He was the 2014 25th Infantry Division Ultimate Frisbee Champion.
Whoa.
Served under the U.S. Army scientists and conducted several critical and secret tests. Served under the command of Sergeant Aaron Arnold, the deadly American sniper featured in the book Triggerman. And I think I know, I didn't even look up that name. I think I already know him. Like, he's an African American, right?
No.
Okay.
Why does that matter?
I have an image. I have an image. I thought.
matter?
No, I thought I knew a guy.
He's
Yeah.
probably the most opposite of African.
Yeah.
Not that he's like racist, but like just visually.
It's like you're
no.
he's in the
He's
book.
white.
He's in the
He's
book
the
Trigger
opposite.
Man, but really it's
Yeah, the last part of Trigger got you, right?
I have
You
the
took
wrong guy in my head.
it wasn't TR from Trigger. It was
Well, hey, if
Fucking racist.
if Aaron's listening, we're sorry. I am sorry. For me personally, I'm sorry, Aaron.
Juneteenth on the brain.
Picture of a black guy.
He's black, right? No, he's the opposite of black. He's white. Deployed around the world with the Special Operations Community in the 75th Ranger Regiment. This one's interesting. Boxed a live orangutan, and he made it 48 seconds. We'll get into that.
Okay.
You had Grand Theft Auto charges dropped by the Arkansas court.
Yeah.
Which one was that? 4 or 5?
Oh,
Another bad joke, I'm
Totally
sorry.
five. Totally five.
You got some cricket noises?
Yeah.
Thomas, drink one of them Blue Moons real quick.
Yeah, you need to
It's been a long day.
You barely graduated high school, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You TP'd Reba McIntyre's Arkansas Lake House.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I want to know the details there.
Yeah.
You shook Chuck Norris's hand, and I want to go ahead and ask, was that a deployment thing? Was that like a...
No.
Okay.
No, that was another Arkansas. Arkansas is a hidden gem.
It
Maybe
sounds
we'll
like
dabble into it. There's
Okay.
a lot of awesome stuff hidden away there.
And you're probably the youngest person I've seen Kurt Cobain
Yeah,
perform live.
I put it on there because I feel like I probably am one of the youngest people to actually see him play. So
You
I figured
probably
that was
are.
noteworthy enough to plug it in there.
Yeah, so just so we can get an idea, how old are you
When
now?
33?
Okay, so yeah, you were like 10
I was,
probably.
No, I
He
was
was at
probably
10 in
like
93.
yeah.
No, yeah, you were probably 5.
No, I
5 or
was
6.
I was
Trying to picture of Kurt Cobain.
I want to say it was probably like in around 93, so I was probably around 8 maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so do you remember
Yeah.
the concert?
Yeah, so
There he is. There's Kurt Cobain.
There's no blood.
found him.
What's the headshot?
I was looking for that.
So you remember the details of the concert?
Yeah, I mean, more so just kind of what I was doing. So I was, my parents had, my brother, and so I would kind of hang out with my uncle at the time while they were dealing with the new baby, and he worked in, my uncle worked at a lot of places in Salem, Oregon, and it was like one of those night trips where I'm going to be spending the night with him or whatever.
Okay.
But he just stopped by the place he was working at, which happened to be this like old-fashioned looking Coliseum kind of place. We go in there, and I just remember vividly, a lot of the Nirvana stuff hanging up, and obviously that was like the coolest thing for an 8-year-old to be at. I'd never been at anything like a concert or live anything, so I just remember a lot of that stuff. And then years later, I kind of put it together that that's where.
Well, your first concert was better than mine. My mom took me to Backstreet Boys, and
Yo!
then she took him to NSYNC.
Yo! Your first concert was the Backstreet Boys?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mine was
pretty
too.
cool.
And I like them now, but back then I got made fun of.
No, mine was too because of my sister.
You went to the Backstreet Boys or
Yep.
the NSYNC?
No,
I went to both.
I went to Washington D.C. to watch the Backstreet Boys.
I went right to Charlotte. Why didn't you go to
It's my
Charlotte?
sister.
Well, so that's pretty cool because now in life I'm more of a Kurt Cobain fan than I ever have been because of his documentaries that came out.
Goddamn glue stick, I swear.
My wife told me not to take this, and I said, my lips are falling off. I'm taking it. So, well, there's a lot to unpack. Your intro, it really threw a lot at us.
Yeah.
And I don't know where to really begin because I was ultimately really more interested in your military stories.
Uh-huh.
But there's a lot there. So where are you originally from?
I was born in Salem, Oregon.
Okay.
And I lived there until I was 8 or 9, and then moved out to Arkansas. And then I was there until I was in the military, so 2008-ish, and then went all over the fucking world, and then ended up in North Carolina.
Okay, so you grew up in Oregon, but then you moved to Arkansas.
And then grew up the other half, yeah.
And then your Arkansas stories seem pretty legit. Like, your
yeah.
teepee in Reba McEntire's house.
Yeah.
What's that story about?
Well, I mean, that was me. You know, there's always groups of people that lead you on to the next thing, like bad influences. And it started with TPing, and it just continuously got worse. And it was kind of like just a year span. But, so my grandfather owned a lumber company in Arkansas, and that was part of the reason of the family move from Oregon to there. And where we ended up getting a house while we lived there was on a golf course, lake resort type deal, and a lot of movie stars had houses on that lake and that golf course.
Do you live there? You lived on this resort?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Wow.
Easy with resort. It wasn't like it was like the servant quarters kind of house we had.
Okay.
But yeah, we lived in that same community, and so what was cool about that was growing up, I had like really well off, really rich friends, and then there was me who was just like lower middle class. I was down to do hood rat shit because that's just who I was. That's what
It's fun.
my demographic was, right? So you had all these rich kids who were kind of sheltered growing up, and they're like, "Dude, we want to do something cool. Like, let's rob a liquor store. Like, let's just run in there, grab some bottles, and run out." I was like, "Dude, that's my typical Tuesday. Let's go I'll show you how to go do this." And so I used that influence to kind of make friends to better myself. So I was a shithead as a kid, but I kind of knew how to jump myself to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah,
And how did you know this was Reba McEntire's house?
Everyone knew it was hers kind of thing. She made appearances around. She'd stay there. It's not like this was her daily house. This is where she always lived. She just owned this really large house.
Right.
On
She
the edge of it.
occasionally
Right.
was that.
Yeah. So, I mean, she probably never even knew it got TP'd. Definitely wasn't the one that cleaned it up. But I don't know. I just thought that was something cool because, I mean, how many kids growing up that like to do stupid shit like that have that opportunity? But like, oh man, not only is this Mr. So-and-so's house, like this is fucking Reba McEntire's house. That's who owns this.
cool.
That's
Well,
why we're gonna TP it.
We should TP Mr. Behringer's house.
He's dead.
He's dead
Yeah,
now.
he's dead, dude.
Go
He
piss
still
on his
had a
grave.
house, though. We could go TP his old house.
Find a tombstone with shit on it.
I was waiting for
We
him
could
to,
TP his tombstone.
Just
waiting
wrap
for
around
him
it.
to say he
It's like one
he
roll.
TP'd it with like Chelsea Clinton.
He TP'd it.
No.
I was just hanging out with the Clintons.
She wasn't doing crazy stuff back then. So
Well,
The parents were. You can imagine Bill out there.
Come on, let's do it, boys. I'll take you to the hot dog place afterwards.
I know a good pizza place, too. Well,
I got a basement.
There's no basement.
a pizza place right in my basement. Yeah. Well, so you TP'd a house. You were hanging out with probably the wrong crowd,
oh yeah.
but
It
that
sounds like
ultimately
he
made you
was
the
the
man
wrong
you
crowd.
are today.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a firm believer in, you're at where you're at right now based on every decision you've ever made, and whether it's good or bad. And so, if you're in a shitty spot, you only got yourself to blame for it. And so that just kind of really motivates me to make sure I'm making right decisions now that I'm older, because you're running out of time. When you're 19, 20 years old and you're like, man, I'm in a shit spot. Well, you usually got plenty enough time to kind of fix where you're at. And so now that I'm like getting into my 30s, like I'm like, all right, I got to be careful. I got to pump the brakes. I need to be thinking about what my next move is. But
it really depends on who you ask. With that, a lot of people think it's other people's problems.
yeah,
if I'm doing good, it's all me.
Yeah.
If I'm doing bad, it's everybody else.
It's everybody else's problem.
As long as it's not health, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, you can't control that.
Yeah, Chris has had
Don't worry about that.
the
We
worst
can't
ride of all of them.
Chris prayed to God a lot and still got fucked.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Where is it?
Wow.
Yeah, Chris, you had a heck of a ride there early on, and then I've had
Still
my.
alive though.
You are.
Still there.
You are still alive. So,
What about you? You're over here like, I want to see how I got my scars.
yeah, I don't think Alex liked seeing my belly that day I pulled it up. You kind of were like looking away, like this is gay if I look.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Sorry,
wanna
we'll
be like that's a chance for you to plug that word that you were talking about.
Wait, which one?
Wait, the F one.
Which one?
Faggot.
Well,
No. Oh, that's not the context.
it's all about context.
Yeah,
That's the
I was
bad
gonna
context.
your
Context, my
fault.
bad.
Yes, your fault, Chris, for allowing me to say it.
That's how it works.
Well, yeah, you're right. Your decisions ultimately lead you down a
Well,
path.
he just totally stumped me though. Like,
No,
you're
no.
right. Like if it's health,
As,
like you
unless
got.
health, but everything
right.
else, I got your thing.
Well, yeah.
But you're not in control of your health.
Well,
Sometimes.
I don't want listeners to be like, "Fuck that
Well,
guy,"
you
because like if
are-
you walk
Oh.
into the first
No.
regional bank and a bank robber blows your head off, like, well, maybe. Yeah, well, I don't know. That comes back to my idea. Like maybe if you had a cashed your check when you were supposed to, you wouldn't have been in the bank when the robber showed up. So
Use the
I go back to what I was saying.
Stay in your car and use drive-through.
Yeah.
If someone
You
comes
could
through
get
and-
robbed while you're sitting there. I always like.
Well,
I'm always
have 'em.
checking my mirrors when I'm at the
That's why
ATM.
you just have it loaded sitting there like this.
Yeah.
All right, you gotta keep it like pointing out the door.
Yeah. What's the problem, officer?
You shoot the guy that's just coming up to ask if he can wash your headlights.
Yeah, you drop your credit card, debit card, and you just blast him.
You gotta use that wallet holster.
My luck, I'd get lazy and the barrel would go through my arm, and then
blow
I
your
just
arm
blow my arm off. Oh God!
Yeah.
Hey, he'd
Shit.
probably run away though.
Yeah,
At that
probably.
point,
Yeah,
Hey,
shit.
this
Rob
dude's
you.
crazy. Just shot himself. He don't give a shit about me.
You just cut your chest before you get in a fight.
Thomas, bring
would
up
still lose.
bring up a picture of what the Portland guy that got a 5.56 round in the bicep in the bicep looks like. You know the guy. What was that kid's name that shot everybody?
For real.
Which
Oh.
one? It's a daily thing now.
Well, it was the young guy that was claiming self-defense during the riots.
Was it the Rittenhouse thing?
Oh, the Kyle
Yeah.
Rittenhouse?
Yeah, that guy
wasn't
that got
in Portland. That was in.
that guy got his bicep exploded. Remember all those pictures we were sending each other? Yeah. Anyways, so
Yeah, kind of arm shot. Yeah.
I got you. You can keep talking. I'll find it. Give me a second.
I just want to see this bad boy. It's
this.
gruesome. There he is with in a cast
yeah.
with his hand up. Ugh. There, yeah, we're getting close now. We're getting close. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, try again. There's there was another one.
Yeah.
Guess that's why you don't run towards people with guns.
There we go.
Boom.
Oh, that guy had a gun. Never mind.
Yeah,
No,
he
yeah.
had
That's
That- he
that's
was-
the whole thing with that. You know.
He was pointing
He-
a gun at him, and then
If
he
you shoot
got
his arm, he
shot.
can't shoot.
And then he's like this.
He's like, I'll prove those good guys with the guns right.
You can tell the pain on his face.
Yeah, especially right there. Right there. That's the pain.
This man was a systematic.
That seems like the
That's that white man face.
whoa me.
Woe is me.
That's the white man smirk right there.
Jason, what's your thoughts on that?
Uh,
He had a gun. He had a gun, and he got shot.
I mean, you're gonna draw your conclusion from what led up
This
to
is
that.
what-
But if we're
this is
talking
what
about
shot?
that moment right there, gun to gun, I mean, that's self-defense on both of them's part. I
That guy
feel
was
like,
being
you
a
know,
little puss
I mean,
too. He pulled it out like
I think
Yeah.
they did claim self-defense
Because-
he tried to sue him.
yeah, because I want to say on the video that I saw that was like the most of that footage, that guy was pointing the gun at the kid
Yeah.
before the kid returned fire.
Yeah.
So
they were throwing shit at him.
yeah,
Well, minus throwing shit at him, that guy
Yeah.
had a gun, but no one's bringing that up. They're just bringing up
Yeah.
the other guy that had a gun.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they said that
It's like a gun is a gun.
They tried to say the Rittenhouse shot first, but really other people in the distance were shooting first.
Yeah, that
And which
audio from
caused-
that day is there's stray gunfire happening.
It caused. They thought that he was shooting, so they ran towards him with their guns, and then that caused the domino.
That caused the bicep to get exploded. What do you got,
It
Alex?
says paramedic on his hat.
well, I think he was.
He was trying to help people out.
Yeah, yeah, with a gun.
Same thing. That's the same thing Kyle Rittenhouse was doing, but he had an AR.
What if
Yeah.
he'll get his tattoo touched up?
He's gonna need it.
I
He's
think,
gonna need a bicep touch up.
How does
A
that
whole arm.
Can you grow meat back?
There's a well,
No.
we're not starfish. He's
Yeah.
gonna have problems for the rest of his
What's
life with that
bottle?
arm.
Does it have blood spray in the air?
Where?
Or go back. Or
I'll
But
go
like,
back.
can you grow muscle back? Can he just like start pumping from the beginning?
Or go down.
I think that bicep
What's
is
that right there?
fucked.
Oh, that's the firecracker. Never mind.
Oh, I wish
I
that
thought it
was
was
like
blood explosion, but never mind.
it's like his hand blowing up.
Splurt.
Well, decisions they made that night led them down a path that they chose.
That picture where he
Goes
just
back.
his ass off.
So
There he is.
Oh well.
you grew up in Arkansas, and then at what point did you decide military is for me?
Oh, I mean, that was probably always there. I mean, my family's always, really big on military, the traditions. A lot of family members, as far back as, we can even track, always served the country. And it was, growing up, it was just kind of the way I was raised, like if our country's in a time of war, our family legacy kind of expects you to do your part, serve your
Step
country.
up.
Yeah.
So it was like Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, it was pretty much Lieutenant Dan, but I still got my legs,
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, yeah, right. I mean, I love walking around. I mean, I can't for my
Me too.
for
Wheels are kind of cool.
the friends that I have that have issues or even lost
do
limbs.
wheelies.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
You can wear gloves all day and do wheelies.
no, yeah,
The speed wheelchair.
So you have
You
some
got women
friends
to sit
that
on your lap.
that you served with that have lost some limbs.
Oh,
and- yeah.
yeah.
Well, before we go there, what was your? When did you go? When did you join the military? What year?
2008. So I was 21. My mom. That was. I wanted to join right after high school because I knew that's what I was doing. Like we were at war. 1911. 9/11. That's how long ago it's been. Everyone's even forgotten.
1911.
Back in 1911, 9/11 was still so true in more people's hearts than what it is. I feel like today.
Nobody
So
even knows
that
now.
fire was still burning, and so yeah, I knew that's what I wanted to do. But my mom asked me, can you just please wait till you're 21? And so I did. And 2008 was when I joined.
What did you do from 18 to 21?
I worked at AutoZone.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it was actually working at AutoZone was probably the second best job I've ever had in my life. Like,
Did you masturbate in the bathroom any?
Yes.
I did.
Were you not ready for that? Of course I did.
Yes, we talked about this on the last episode.
I thought because someone said something about masturbating in the workplace, and I was like, check that box off. Yeah, but yeah. So AutoZone was that. Do you guys remember the movie Waiting about the guys that everyone works at?
Yep.
Shenanigans.
I shouldn't say it because your guys' podcast has a reach that's like incredible.
Like 4 people.
And someone's going to
there's 4 or 5 people.
one of those 4 people is going to be a Hollywood producer that steals this idea. And if he does, I'm going to hunt him down and just beat the shit out of him with an axe. But I'm going to make, I swear to God, someday I'm going to make a Waiting movie that's about guys working at a parts store. It's going to be the new Clerks. Like if I write down all of the shit me and my friends did, it would be a nonstop riot for however long we made it.
Okay.
So many shenanigans.
All right. Well, don't let too much out there.
Yeah, no, I got it.
So you worked at AutoZone. Now,
Yeah.
when did you go to college? When did you go to NTI?
Oh, that was that was after the military. I
After.
wasn't going to pay for that with my own money.
That's
That was GI Bill.
Dude, that blows my mind. Like, I went to Motorcycle Mechanic Institute, and I realized immediately after graduating that this was a mistake.
Yeah.
So you went through the military, you
Yeah.
had experiences, and
Right.
then in NTI, you were like, that's for me.
Well, You know, racing was always, I grew up racing. My dad raced dirt cars growing up. And so that was kind of after in my life, the military, as I was growing up, the military was it. Well, after a few deployments, and then I got married and I had beautiful children, and I was like, wait a second, I can't put that on my kids, a debt, a father that's dead, or someone that can't raise these kids. Like they deserve better than that. So I was looking at my service in the military, even though I really enjoyed what I was doing, and there was a cause. I felt like I was doing a cause. It got to the point where I was like, this is selfish for my family. Like, I'm gone all the time. They're not seeing me, and they don't deserve to just all of a sudden not have a father. For something that I felt like it was my choice. And so that's when I sat down and I was like, okay, shit, what now? And another part of me growing up, I was like, so when I was in school, I ended up having to do this autobiography on just all kinds of famous people. I got in trouble, and that's what I had to do, is write about all these awesome things that famous people did and how full their lives were. And so that was my thing. I was like, at the end of my day, like, when I cash my check, I want so much shit packed into my life that could go in a biography. And so that's kind of what has driven me to not just go into a career, go into a field, or go into anything, but to excel and do the most awesome part of that field, And so while I was in the military, I was like, okay, like I kind of know racing stuff. So how do I get into racing, not knowing everything, knowing in the back of my head, well, I got to go full tilt. Like, I got to end up in NASCAR, I guess. I got to hit the maximum, and then I'll start working on, what's my next thing I'm going to do. And so I just Googled up, like, how to work in NASCAR. And, of course, the sponsored ad was like, go to NTI, give us all your money, and we'll show you how to do it.
Yeah.
And then you get there, and it's like, yeah, you give them all this money, but, I mean, it's not a, hey, this, now you go, like, thanks for your money, go work for this guy. It's not that at all. It is a what you put into it, you get out.
Yeah.
And any school like that is going to get huge negative feedback, because the kids that go there that are expecting a handout, and mom and dad just pay for it, they're expecting that, the keys to the car. Mm-hmm. And so I went there already with my military and real life experience, like, okay, this shit is on me. Like, no one's going to help me here. But they gave me, the avenue to learn what I needed to learn, and the opportunity to shake the hands I needed to shake to get that next bump. And that's what I did. So I busted my ass and made the government paying my bill worth it.
Yeah. You had the GI Bill.
Mm-hmm.
You actually had you had the better GI Bill. Like, I get a GI Bill, but you got the sweet GI Bill because of your deployments and stuff.
It's a little bit. This is like, they cover the school and they give you some cash on the side. Yeah.
So, what did you go straight from NTI to a small team, or straight to Stewart Haas Racing?
And so the school has volunteer programs and to work with small teams. Anyone can, like, if you guys want to put together like a frickin' go-kart and race at Millbridge, you can call up NTI and be like, hey, we need like 5 interns, and they'll find kids and send them down here to start working on your go-kart. It's that easy, because they need the experience.
Right.
They build that volunteer thing. But
TACT Lab go-kart team.
Right. And so
throwing banana peels out there.
big mushroom helmet. But so that's what I did. I buckled down. I went through their volunteer program. I got in with Go Fast Racing. Mm-hmm. And so I was there for like a summer or whatever it was, helping them out in the shop. And cool guys there, down to earth freaking dudes. The small teams are awesome.
Yeah.
But it was through those connections and volunteering that got me my foot in with where we worked at.
Yeah. Yeah. I know someone from Go Fast, but it's because we had to wear their Go Fast T-shirt to the wind tunnel because we bought their tunnel
right,
time.
Their tunnel time, yeah.
Yeah. So, Did you have any issues transitioning from the military to the civilian world at all?
No.
Did you have a point where you were like, these kids have no fucking clue what the world is like, and I'm going to rip their heads off?
No, because I already experienced that in the military. So, I'd been in the military long enough to become a sergeant and have to train up like the next crop. And I kind of knew the shift in the mentality of young people already, because there was, we're all Gen X or Gen Y or whatever. Anyway, I don't believe that shit. Like we're a generation of our own right now. Like it's so fine because our beliefs, our values are so different than any other age group. Like even a couple years to each side is so different.
Yeah.
And so
It's the internet.
yeah,
It really is.
Cell phones.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
It's like if you're born before, if you can remember not having internet, you're different from someone that remembers only internet.
Right. No, 100%. And so there was our generation, what I'll call our generation that I grew up with in the military. And, we had our values and hard work ethic. Well, I mean, we like to have fun, but, shit mattered. And
Right,
now with
right.
this next generation that was coming in that I was having to train and rely on, I realized like these kids, nothing matters to them. Like it's hard to kind of like there's a base value somewhere not registering, and I don't know if it's the internet that caused it, but it's definitely this lifestyle of I'm totally creative. I get to do what I want, whether it sucks or not. I just get to do me.
Yeah.
They don't remember 9/11, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, or
it's
1911 or whatever it is.
that mentality of I don't like this, I'll just go do something else.
Yeah, right. And so I had already experienced working around and with that prior to getting out of the military. And so when I hit school, I already knew like I'm not worrying about this. Like this is I got to do what I'm going to do. I'm not going to focus on them and whatever stupid antics they come up with.
Yeah, because I know some guys have some trouble being what they've went through, some hardcore shit, and then they come back and they're around normal people, and they're like, y'all are on y'all are on cushions right now.
Right.
And it's like they have a problem. It's like they have a superiority complex. They have issues with
Like that sniper guy.
who?
That movie about the sniper guy.
Which one?
American Sniper? Or Sniper?
The
Or Shooter?
The actual true story about the guy and then he got shot because he was helping.
Chris Kyle?
Yeah, Chris Kyle.
Well, I mean, I guess I didn't know Chris Kyle, but maybe.
Some of that was elaborated, right? Like embellished.
A little bit.
Yeah, Hollywood
That
embellished
movie
it.
needed a post-credit scene.
Of him,
Okay.
him with the PTSD guy getting his head blown off.
That was something.
something to close the story, close the book.
But it doesn't sound like you had that issue with superior. Like you didn't. It doesn't sound like you had a superiority complex.
Nah, and everyone's gonna handle everything differently, and it's true. Like within the military itself, the guys that I served with, and guys that kind of came in around the earlier time for what I consider like the surge towards the high point of that war. I mean, yeah, everyone that you see that served in that frame was in serious shit. Like it was no bullshit combat. I mean, it was the real deal. And not saying that anything past then wasn't, but it was the complex, the mentality that came into the Army after that kind of changed everything. And then at the same time, one of the things that really pushed me out of the military was the military just started adapting all of this social justice stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, it really did. And,
Yeah.
and
What do you think about the CIA thing and all that stuff, the new commercials they have? Have you seen those?
I've seen a new Army recruiting commercial that I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that makes sense. Like a cartoon about
like, gay people
I
or
served
something?
with my two moms before joining the Army, and that's not what's sad to me is everyone is forgetting the military should only be used to keep other militaries from killing our people.
Yeah.
So they should have the most thug, the most disgusting, the most violent, horrible human beings you would never want to fuck with in the military. And that should be it. We should put them in a box. No one has to worry about it. No one has to think about it. Go about your lives. play your video games, have fun.
Yeah.
Just know in the back of your mind there is violent creatures out there just drooling at the lips, ready to destroy anyone that says, I want to fuck with America today. That's all the military needs to be. But
I like that.
but it's not, and it's slowly becoming this like CEO business ran bullshit that and
They
this
gotta
is
make money.
yeah they
not
gotta
good, though.
gotta get backed by someone. But that's why you have so many people who what a lot of people and even we consider that's a crazy ass redneck that lives down the street. Like he's building a bunker in his backyard. He's stocking up an ammo.
Yeah.
Killdozer.
But, yeah, killdozer guy. But I'm telling you,
That's who
like
we need.
that's on because God forbid a country that has similar capabilities as us wakes up one day and they're like, fuck it, let's invade America today. I'm telling you, it's not going to be the military that stops them at the door. It's going to be the same thing. Hopefully, as long as we keep our Second Amendment, it's going to be the same thing that's always stopped countries from invading us, knowing that there's a rifle behind every blade of grass. It's going to be that whack job, hillbilly that everyone makes fun of, but he's the one out there slaying the Hun as they're rolling through the gates. I mean,
and he's unfortunately the first one the FBI is going to go talk to
Yeah.
before all of it goes down.
right, and take all of his stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you're right. I mean, we do need a hardcore group of men, and they're probably a select, a small percentage that we currently have.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like
there's patriots in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's guys that go out at night and do bad things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a small group of guys. And so I feel like I know a couple guys that were in the 75th Ranger Regiment, and I've heard some stories. And I think the one time they transitioned from like enjoying it to when they hated it was when they could not do night missions anymore, and they were forced to do daytime missions. And they said that's when everything changed. They started getting shot at. Rules of engagement changed.
Well, and that's the big thing. And so I was in during those times, and I wasn't only in special operations, but I got in trouble and I got out of special operations. That's a story for a whole another day. That's several hours of how that happened. But anyway, so I not only have the special operations experience and exposure, but I got the big army, the regular units who were deployed and what they had to go through. And it was, the smaller unit, the more tipper of the spear that you get into, the less restrictions you have because you're professionals and you know what you're doing and you're experienced and you're trained. And it's a smaller unit, so the Pentagon and the government can be like, all right, you guys know what you're doing. Go do what you need to do. But when you have big army units, and we're talking thousands of guys over there, your limitations on what you can do to do your job and defend yourselves even gets way more restricted because they're like, that you got one guy that's got his head on straight, but you got 100 other guys that are retards. Like, you got guys who we shouldn't even gave guns with you. So your limitation is like XYZ, all the way down. It's a whole book of regulations of your hands tied and you're sitting ducks. And so, yeah, I mean, it was definitely a big change. And that's when you start getting into guys believing that was the point we didn't even need to be there. That's when we needed our boys pulled out. Like, if the war is won, if our objectives are met, what are we still doing there? And that's where you get your political conspiracy theorists in there that like, well, why the fuck are we still over there?
Yeah.
Like
the oil.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, right? It's
Yeah.
a dangerous mentality to go. It spreads around, right?
Mhm.
Like it's like a virus.
Oh, yeah.
And so did that affect you?
Yeah, and no, because in my head I was, before I kind of woke up to the realization that, I wanted to get out because of my family, I just figured I was going to stay in my 20 years, retire, and, buy me a little chunk of land and never talk to another human soul afterwards. That was my end game. And then, it wasn't, I didn't like certain things, but I had already kind of made my bed, so I was going to sleep in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely a different person from when you join to when you leave.
Yeah.
I experienced that. I didn't have any experiences like you, but I definitely experienced like going into the military and then leaving. I was a totally different person.
Well, and it's all about perspective, and that's something that a lot of people don't have. I'm a firm believer in, mandatory service.
I am too.
I really am. And people are like, well, one of the first things I get that quip up on that are like, well, you don't want everyone having a gun. Like, you don't have to have a combat position.
Right.
There's tons of
we
positions.
need clerks.
Yeah, you need all kinds of stuff. There is so many avenues that you can serve and gain that perspective of what life really is.
Most of the combat now is going to be like
Of joints. Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like hacking and all that crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cyber warfare. That's it.
But see, you support mandatory.
Run their Twitter
Yeah.
propaganda.
Yeah.
Have people do 2 years in like an office.
Yeah.
Fighting that.
Yeah, hey,
Our TikTok battalion.
Yeah.
Stand them up.
if they want
Twerk it
free,
out.
they want free healthcare, free school. That's how I think they should earn it.
Yeah.
2 years in the military, and then
Getting ripped tonight.
depending on what you did, let's say you did a job like what you did versus someone that's running the TikTok military TikTok page,
Yeah.
that equates what you get back. Maybe
Well, I don't-
tears.
Yeah, I don't think that. I get where you're coming from, but I don't think that would help out the guys who come out of it with a superior mentality. I don't think. I think if we're gonna go, everyone serves our country. I think it's got to be an even playing field.
You
Like
get the
we're,
guys.
yeah,
You get the guys like I was in the Facebook division. Everybody's like, Facebook division.
yeah. Everyone shits on them.
Boomer shit. What do you mean Facebook division?
But yeah, it'd have to be an even playing field. I think.
So you have that mentality, and you have kids, and Thomas has kids. So would that mentality, if it came true, would that, as a father, would that be something that would worry you, that your kids would have to serve 2 years mandatory?
I mean, if it was like 1940s Russia, like, give us all of your fucking kids. One of them gets a rifle, the rest is gonna get ammo, and they gotta charge the Reichstag. I'd be like, whoa, hold the fuck on. I'll charge the Reichstag, leave my fucking kids alone. But the way that I envision it working, it would work. I wouldn't be worried of that at all, because I know, like, my middle child, June, she's artsy. Like, she is not a violent bone in that body. Obviously, she's going to be in the TikTok brigade. She's not.
Propaganda.
No, my youngest Eleanor, like, she's a huge Chucky fan. Like, I got to hide the knives from this kid. Like, she's going to be that special operations, that ninja in the night. Like, that,
She's gonna be a SEAL.
yeah. She's got that all unlocked. So no, with the way I envision something like that actually working, I wouldn't be worried about that at all.
Right, because everyone has a job.
Everyone's got a spot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting, because I do believe that there should be mandatory military serving.
There's so many people though that you would have to do like an engineering corps and just have most of those 2-year people working on like bridges and stuff in America.
Yeah. Well, and that is actually brilliant. That is actually smart. Think how much tax money we can save and how much outsourcing our government could save us if we already got 2 years of engineers who's going to build our roads for us.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can outsource it too when they're not serving.
Yeah.
They can work in America.
Yeah.
Because there's bases around America. I mean,
and I don't see it as I wouldn't see it as, you finish high school and the recruiter comes, picks you up in a van and drops you off at a building. They're like, here's your new job. Hope you like it, motherfucker. No, you would go through a course. They would test you, find out what you liked. You get picks. I mean, obviously, it would just be like when we enlisted, something along those lines. You get to pick kind of what you want to do. And at least in that way, you're learning a skill also.
yeah, that ASVAB score is what kind of gave you the pick of a list of jobs. He said, you got these to pick from. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
So that just spurred a memory. What was it like when you got picked up in the van and you got taken to MEPS and you got, like, what was MEPS for you like? Did you have to spread your butthole and show them your butthole?
Oh, yeah. An old guy checks out your butthole, and that's pretty much it. That's all. That was my most enjoyable part. But I remember being at MEPS. So So I was 21. I waited till my mom wanted me to wait.
She had a little bit bigger penis than the other
Yeah,
guys.
I
in the
looked
room.
around and I was like, dude, I'm kind of holding my own. Like, look at these scrubs. But I remember sitting in there like with all these kids like still in high school and stuff, and I was like, and they're just saying and talking about the dumbest things, and I was like, these guys aren't, and the dumber shit that guys were talking about, they were the gung-ho ones that like, I'm gonna kill 50 towelheads, dude, I'm doing it. Like, and they're like, I'm going straight infantry, bro, and they're like doing the fucking arm, not even high-fiving. What was that thing back in the day where you like hit elbows with another dude because that was tougher?
I don't know.
You remember that shit? It was something like that. It was.
I guess
anyway,
I remember.
Anyway, it was
Like forearm.
yeah,
bumping?
forearm bumping. Like they're the
was-
most. Yeah,
Oh no!
it was the most inept stuff, and I just wanted to like sink into the couch because I was like, I'm gonna tell these guys that I want a Ranger contract, and they're gonna it's just assume me with these people, and I don't want anything to do with that. But I remember thinking that, and like, God help me, like I might be fucking up, and then yeah.
What was basic like then? Because I bet you went to Fort Benning,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure you were around the
So-
same group of guys.
Well, there wasn't as many. So when I got to Fort Benning, it wasn't as bad as I was thinking because a lot of those MEPS does a pretty good job of vetting out the psychotic herd that comes through there. They do a pretty good job of that. So the guys I was with in Benning were pretty level-headed. There was still some pretty gung-ho weirdos in there, but no, you're gonna have that with whatever you do. But the war was in a surge, and that's something a lot of people don't even like really pick up on or understand. Like, George Bush, his next command for the military around that time, and I don't remember all the exacts. I was a know-nothing private, but I remember the surge was a big deal because we're going to double up, double up our forces. We're going to increase our objectives, increase the combat. We're going to get this war over. That's what the thing was. And so basic training for me was like, all right, this is how you low crawl. Did you see that video? All right, next thing. All right, this is how you shoot. All right, next thing.
They were
All right.
really throwing you guys through it.
Yeah, and it was, it was really watered down. Like, and there was a lot of things. They were like, this is how you save your buddy's life, and they're showing you how to wire up an IV, and they're like, all right, did you get that? All right, next shit.
You
And I
guys
was
didn't
like,
even put IVs in?
no, we did.
Oh.
Well, we did, and we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. Everyone's just poking shit into their body like a pincushion.
Yeah.
But everything was just now. And it wasn't just like the basic training, like now. It was like, hurry up, we got shit to do. You guys should be on a bus getting the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Like, we got to get you guys to the front. And at the same time, that news from the front is coming into basic trainings, like so-and-so, like they had a blotter report and what was killing soldiers. And so as you're getting rushed through training, and and this is just basic. This isn't
That's
training at
probably
your
not
unit.
great to tell new
Right.
recruits.
No, you're scaring the shit out of them. Right. So you're getting a blotter report of how all these guys are dying. Like, guys are dying in close combat. Guys are dying in this. This is killing guys. IEDs are killing guys left and right. And you can't even see them. So you just hope you don't
You're
get hit by
fucked.
one. You're fucked. So I'm like, so I don't get to like actually learn this stuff. And within months, I could be on the front. And so luckily I had a Ranger contract, which meant I was going to go to airborne school and then the Ranger indoctrination program. So I knew I wasn't going right to the front after basic training. I knew I was going to have some time to maybe learn how to do some of this shit. So I wasn't too worried there, but it was increasingly. I was like, man, I messed up.
No, yeah.
But yeah. So let's see.
So you went from basic, and then you went to infantry school?
Well, it's all kind of roped up into one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all, all kind of the same stuff. I went to airborne school, which that was a fun time. That was a rad time. So airborne school is 3 weeks of drinking, and then you fall out of an airplane 5 times.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's literally it. Like,
So then you do static jumps. You
Yeah.
do the tower.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then you actually jump out of an airplane.
Yeah.
How many times do you actually jump out of a real airplane?
how many times have I total?
Airborne.
At airborne 5 times. You can
Wow.
qualify with 4. Like if the weather's bad and you can't get your last night jump in, not a biggie. They give you your airborne wings, but
Well-
it's only 5 times.
So what's that like standing on like one of those big C-130s or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you literally are looking at this doorway down there, and you like, what, you go out the door or do you go out the back?
Well, no, I've done back to in the school. You're jumping out of the door. That's the safest way to jump out of the airplane. And my first time in the door, I was like scared shitless because I didn't have any confidence in my equipment. I was like, this motherfucker ain't even gonna open. Like I'm about to lawn dart into this fucking field. I'm about to die right here.
And you have to just go.
And
They
you-
just push you out.
Not just that, you go to the fucking brig. You go to jail if you don't jump. If you refuse to jump, like your life is shit. So you're
wow.
jumping out of that plane. And so, and I draw the short straw. I got to be the first one out. And the first one out, that motherfucker opens up that door. You stand in the door for a hot minute until the light turns green. And I remember them opening the door. I hand off my static line. I turn, I get in the door, and I just see Wendy's. And I see Victory Drive and all the buildings from the street and cars driving. And I could almost swear to God I could hear children laughing and playing. And I was like, fuck every one of you motherfuckers not about to jump out of this plane. Like, life is so fucking pleasant for you right now. I'm about to die. And then the light turns green. And I didn't even get a jump. Like, the jump master just shoved my ass right out of the plane. And so I'm like, swan diving out of this thing.
He wasn't waiting.
No, he was, because the
wind hits you, right? As soon as
Oh,
you
yeah.
break that threshold of the door, it just,
it's like smacking a sign. And then it was on a C-130, so you have the really hot prop wash. Feels like you're in an oven. And then it's 4 seconds, and then you get jerked up.
yeah.
That was pretty
And
much
then you
it.
coast for how long?
Oh, man. I was there in summer, and with the hot air, like 90-pound girls going through jump school, they'll float. They'll actually float up because they're not heavy enough to bring. It takes a lot of weight. Those parachutes are made for 2 fully loaded combat soldiers. And so it takes a lot of weight to actually sink one of those things. And so, and you start out with Hollywood jumps, which is no gear whatsoever. It's just you. So yeah, 90-pound-year-old little army chick, that poor girl, boop, she's going to the lake.
So, how is it, you're floating, but the ground comes pretty fast,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's what breaks people, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, there's there's situations for everything like that. So okay. All right, here's the story. If I'm boring you guys, just tell me.
No.
No, we're listening. We're listening.
I
taking
feel
it
like
in.
everyone just like, all right, let this dude finish up.
No,
All right.
we've never been in any of that, so
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
We're just listening.
Yeah, and I don't have any experiences like this, so, and I was in the military, so this is
Yeah.
great. This is great.
It's weird from this side of the pond. So I'm in the military for a few years. I'm in the special operations, and to get, you have your jump wings. The next prestigious thing is a jump master, which is a star above your jump wings. But that helps you with your career. That shit on the chest that you see in movies, that means something to a guy who's working as a career in the military. So you got to deck your shit out. So we had a commander who was just paratrooper qualified, needed his jump master. He needed that star. And so to actually get that badge, you have to be the actual jump master, the guy who catches your static line and sends you out. You have to be that so many times. And so he wasn't going to get his next rank until he had that. That was the last thing kind of holding him back from progressing in his career. So for our training cycle before the next deployment, he was chasing this badge, which meant he had to be a jump master for several jumps. Well, our training cycle was in the middle of winter. So in special operations, usually back then, you would deploy to a combat zone for 100 days. Then you would come back, have a training cycle for the rest of the year while another battalion ripped out while you were gone. And then after that training cycle, it'd be your next turn. You'd deploy for 100 days, and then the next battalion would follow you in, and it was a cycle never ending like that. So we have this. Our training cycle is over winter. And with wintertime, you usually don't jump because the cold air makes you fall faster. The ground's harder. Just a whole lot of factors that is not good for jumping, in which the Germans found out when they invaded Finland. Like one of the first combat jumps ever. Most of their guys were fucked up because they jumped in Finland where it was cold as shit. It was frozen. Their paratroopers fell like rocks, and it was almost ineffective.
This
like,
was
it
during
almost didn't
World
work.
War II?
Yeah, back in World War II. So, those pioneer guys didn't know what the fuck was going on. Here we are, 2009, 10. We know exactly the conditions you need to be jumping in, but our commander schedules us jumps on our trainings all the time. That whole thing, all the way through winter. And because he's got to get a certain amount to get his badge so he can get promoted and blah, 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 all that bullshit. And we all hate it, in the platoon and the companies because we're like, man, fuck that dude. Like, he's just trying to get us hurt so he can get up. But that's the normal kind of bullshit. Everyone's trying to get ahead. And so that's just typical shit. But one of our jumps, we were jumping into Colorado. It was January 4th, 5th, right after New Year's. So we're all hungover even. Like, we just got off of a 4-day weekend and they're shipping us out. Like, so we fly from Benning to Colorado, nut to butt, like all stacked into a freaking airplane, C-130. You can't hear anything by the end of that plane trip anyway. And, the red light comes on. We're supposed to stand up, start going through our procedures and stuff. And the call from the pilot. So the pilots start reading the instruments back to the jump master, and he's supposed to call it out to the jumpers so they at least know what they're getting into. And you could feel it in the airplane. It was cold as shit. Like, and so the call comes in. The jump master on this side, the call for the temperature was first. The first thing they said was temperature, and I had our commander in our stick, and the jump master on the other side went on the radio and he said -17, and I was like, dude,
Holy crap!
And I saw it through the plane. That's what the other jump master said, and everyone over there was like, fuck this, what the fuck? Like, all the fucks are starting. Our commander, he hears it, he listens into it, and he says 17. That's like, what, a 20 degree change or whatever. Like, okay, asshole. Like, we know it's cold, dude. And because you're not supposed to jump under, I don't even remember what it was. You weren't even supposed to jump if it was 17 degrees. Like, there's a fair temperature you're supposed to be. But anyway, so he fluffs that. The wind is like, the other guy calls wind like 20 knots. Like, you're supposed to jump if it's only like 5. Like,
it's going to carry you.
Right, yeah, it carries you off the fucking drop zone. And we're already flying low. We're flying at 1,000 feet. He flies us as low as we can. So our commander says 0 wind. And now everyone in my stick knows what the fuck's going on. And we're like, fuck that, dude. Whatever. Just send us out of here anyway. So the pilots even red light it. The pilots didn't even green light it because we weren't even supposed to jump. The doors were open. He's arguing starts going on with crew in the plane and him. Finally, the green light comes on. I was like, holy shit, did he just like pull some bullshit ass rank bullshit? But whatever, we're going. So the light turns green. He starts shoving dudes out. I'm going out. I jump out. Now, luckily, I didn't have a whole lot of gear. I was a grenadier at the time, so I had my M4 with a grenade launcher, a couple extra rounds, my assault pack, just small shit. My buddy, a 240 gunner, broke one of his legs, femur.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we fell so fucking fast. Like, you jumped out of that, it felt like you dove into a pool of ice. And before you knew, I didn't even feel an opening shock of the parachute. I don't even really remember, exiting the plane before I could see the ground. And I was like, oh, fuck, here we are. Bam.
Oh, my God.
So I felt like shit. And, yeah, all of our guys carrying weight, they all broke ankles, broke legs, all that shit.
So what happened to that guy? Did he get reprimanded for it?
Fuck no. That was the difference between special operations and the big army. Big army, probably, maybe not, who knows? But special operations, dude, you're the tip of the spear, man. This is it. This is what it is. But
man, your readiness went down, right?
Oh, I guess not. We healed up. We all deployed. But in the time, thinking back of it now as an older man, I'm like, that was fucked up. But at the time, I was like, that's fucking Ranger shit, bro. Like, that's tough shit. You know, you don't think about that. And
I didn't break my leg.
yeah, I didn't break my leg. You're a little bitch. Like, you know, you're joking it up with your butt. You're actually mad at your friend because, like, they're going to fly your ass back home, you son of a bitch. Like, you don't have to stay out here for a week like I do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little different there. So my outside perspective is what gets angry. In the moment, I was like, man, that sucks, dude. I can't. You know, but I was proud. I was going around like, you know, I get back to the company. I'm telling buds that weren't there. I'm like, dude, negative 17 degrees. You ain't got that shit. You ain't got that on me.
Well, I mean, that's pretty. I can't imagine jumping out of an airplane at negative 17.
It's cold.
But then it probably all goes out the window when you literally, figuratively go out the window, right? Like you
yeah.
kind of forget about the cold.
Yeah, I hated jumping. I was so scared of it. I'm still scared. I'll never get another. I would never jump out of a plane again.
Yeah, I hate riding on helicopters.
Yeah, I hate the shit, man. But I really loved, ever since I was a private, my whole time in, I loved falling back to the ground because no one could say shit to you. You know, it's so peaceful. There is nothing like being in the fucking air. And it's not like, you know, you're supported by a parachute, but you're just chilling there, man. It is like, I'm telling you, for like guys who like to take it to the next notch, like if you were on edibles or some crazy shit, like that would be the most stellar fucking ride you've ever had. Because it's seriously just you and your thoughts. And so, I don't know. I loved that part. I hated everything else about it.
That's literally where Jesus takes the wheel, right? Like Mother Nature can blow you this way, can blow you that way.
I mean, you have some controls, but it's all bullshit. Like you're falling wherever the fuck you fall.
Yeah. Did you ever do any Halo, hey-ho stuff?
No,
Didn't get that?
No, I did. I never really wanted to, and when I was starting to work towards getting that chance, that's when I messed up and I got a little reprimanded there.
Right on. Did you ever get to go air assault or just stayed there? Just got your airborne wings?
Well, so air assault is a school, right? They teach you a lot of good stuff there, but as far as like fast roping, you know, rappelling off of stuff like that in special operations, that's just a task. You don't need a school to learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And so they make, if you show up in to a special operations unit, if you show up with your air assault, like you're dogged. Like, don't wear that. Take that shit off. Don't.
I got you.
You know. Oh, you went to a school just to slide down a rope. What, do you like pulls too, gay boy? Like it's bad. It's bad.
Okay. Well, so explain to us how Ranger School works, because there's RIP, there's Ranger School.
Yeah.
What is the difference?
Well, so school is Army-wide.
Everyone can go to Ranger School.
Everyone can go to Ranger School, and it's been there since the 50s.
It's a leadership school.
It is, and it's an amazing school that makes you, as a leader, makes you think of things that you never would have thought of. I mean, the high school quarterback, he's a natural leader, right? Like he can rally his guys up. You can make calls. You kind of learn that.
But we all hate him.
Yeah, everyone still hates him, and everyone really hates people that come out of Ranger School. Almost as bad as West Point, but the school does a good job of taking someone with those qualities and training them to be like, well, you didn't think about this. You didn't think about this. If you would have, and then put you back in that situation and been like, if you would have led your guys here and if you would have planned for this prior, the big thing is just prior planning, and really think of everything that could happen instead. And everyone hates that what if guy, but the school does a really good job of toning down that what if bullshit. And it's like, well, what if this? Well, that actually couldn't happen. Throw that out. Well, what if this? Oh shit, that could happen. Put that in the plan. And so you learn how to what if in a very positive way, in a very proactive way, to where when realistic what if shit does come down, you're already ready for it. You already thought about that. Is
it chaotic when you have all those people trying to be a leader?
Oh yeah.
And they they're butting heads.
Yeah, it's like grouping a bunch of A-type personalities in one room and being like, all right, you're the leader today. He's going to be the leader tomorrow. And then what's real bullshit is at the end of it, you get to peer your group, and that's an actual grade. You can get dropped for having low peers. And so everyone gets this sheet of paper, and it's numbered 1 through, like for us, it'd be 1 through 5. And everyone gets it, and they're like, all right, write the guy who you would most likely serve with at the top, and write the guy who you don't want to serve with at the bottom. Well, if everyone put me as last, my shit I would get recycled. I would start day 1. You guys would go on.
Yeah, nobody wants to give a grade to the person that they have to walk beside of.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of weird, right? After that, you have some animosity in the group.
Yeah.
But what was the worst part of Ranger School?
So for me personally, not finishing Ranger School was my worst part.
Really?
Yeah. So I did stellar in RIP. I did stellar in pre-Ranger. Like, I was top of my class, and I don't know. When I went to Ranger School, that's kind of where my change. That was right after I was like, the Army is not going to be a career for me, and so, I mean, it's so me not giving it my best. That kind of weighs on me, but at the same time, I was forced to go to school. I didn't choose to go to frickin' Ranger School. They just sent me there. My wife was pregnant at home at the time. I asked to even delay it, even though knowing I was done with the military, I was focused on getting out. And I was like, it's kind of wasting. Like, why am I going to waste this time of my life? Because it's fairly long. I mean, if you go straight through it, it's 3 months, no biggie. And but if you keep getting recycled or whatever, there's guys who've spent years in Ranger School, like just. Yeah, sucking, failing at tasks, getting recycled, all that kind of stuff. And it sounds like a bitch out, and I hold it against myself for bitching out and not going all the way through the school portion. But I wasn't ready to devote all that time, and I wasn't trying my best. And then the first chance that they were like, all right, you want to recycle, you want to go home, I was like, fucking send me home. Like, this isn't for me anymore anyway. And so, I don't know. Back and forth, I'm like, man, maybe I should have finished that. But at the same time, I was like, that is not, my life was not in that direction anymore. Yeah. And that got kind of thrusted on me. So I try not to let that weigh on me too much. But, it's a leadership course. So it's not like that wasn't what was going to define me. My lifestyle within the special operations community, me as a soldier after in the big Army, that defined me, and definitely, making it through RIP, that's a selection. That is a process of showing that you are a patriot, you are here to do the right thing. And so I felt like that was kind of more important to me.
So you definitely had you probably had a deployment before Ranger School, before all that, right?
Yeah.
Because I know about that a little bit. Like, they'll throw you to the wolves before you've even been through some stuff, right? So what was that like? I think it'd have been better if I would have been one of the ones that they threw to the wolves and sent me to Ranger School right after. I would have went to the school, passed it, and it wouldn't have been a problem. I wouldn't have had an issue there because I wouldn't have been married yet. I wouldn't have had kids. I wouldn't have been wanting to get out of the Army. I would have wanted to excel, and I would have done awesome there like I did everywhere else. But I think the real world experience, like, they're trying to, you can't fake a real life scenario. Like, you take someone that's been in a shooting at Walmart and you bring them into a warehouse and they're like, all right, we're going to reenact a shooting at Walmart. We're going to see how you react. They're going to start popping fireworks and that dude's going to be like, this ain't shit, bro. Like, that's kind of where I was at. They're trying to be like, listen, you need to learn how to lead leaders. Like, motherfucker, I've led just as many fucking people as you have, like, through combat. And it's not fair because that instructor's there teaching a course, but in the back of your mind, you're like, dude, this is not how you do it. This is how you did it back in the 50s, like when the school was written, but this ain't how you do it now. And so it's kind of harder that way. But, and I was in the wrong place when I went to Ranger School. I was in the wrong place there. So mentally, I was checked out. It was like, let's say someone was like, you're going to be a pizza delivery guy, go to training tomorrow. Like, dude, I'm not a fucking pizza delivery guy. Like, I don't give a shit about being a pizza delivery guy.
Pay me in pieces.
So So tell us about what happened with your first deployment. Like, were you with Ranger Battalion
Oh yeah, yeah,
and you were tabless?
yeah, yeah. No. I
Do
was,
you get shit on?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like, you know, a lot of the guys that you're serving with at that point, like, were in college sports and failed college, like didn't make it to the pro. And so there's always that edge, and everyone's macho, and you got to match that energy, and you got to be, because, you know, it's physical. Like, and I'm a smaller guy. I definitely wasn't, I've got a belly now, but like when I was in there, I was not a big dude. You got to carry your weight and then some.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready to do that. And the second you start struggling, and, you know, so,
And the tab does stuff to people's heads, right?
oh yeah.
When I say tab, tab is the Ranger tab that they wear on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's what you get after Ranger school,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's so there's two mentalities, and you know, first you get into a Ranger battalion, or
And
in
you
the
get a banner.
75th
You get to wear a banner,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
You get-
not the
you
tab.
get the scroll. You get the scroll. Now you're living the life. Like, you're it. You're in Ranger
Above
Battalion.
normal
Yeah,
army.
Yeah. You know, you think everything's hunky dory. If you're smart, you go in there with an open mind and a sponge. Like, you know, I'm not gonna know shit. These guys are going to train me, and it's gonna suck.
They're God.
And, yeah, they are God. Like, what they say is the red words. Like, this is what, you know. If they tell me to slap myself in the face every day, I'm gonna knock my teeth out. Like, when they say jump, I'm just gonna start jumping and hope to God it's high enough. Like, that's it. So luckily for me, that's the mentality I went in with, and so it wasn't too hard. But some guys, like, some guys, we went through RIP, and RIP sucks. Like, it's there to weed out people who won't make it. It's, if you've ever watched any of those, the special forces, special forces put their shit on TV all the time. Like, you'll meet everyone that's in special forces because they tell you all about it. But it's pretty much the same thing, man. It's just it's just as hard, as much suck as they could put on someone, and as much mind games as they can to just get you to say I quit. That's all they want you to do. And then when the time's done, they're like, all right, these guys quit. We got you. You guys are in. It's just nothing but suck. And so the guys that I was with that we made it through that, some of those guys just had the wrong mentality. And, they were, bucking up on people that had been there. And even cool guys that were trying to help us out, they were bucking up on them. And it's like, dude, like, he's trying to help us out. You don't need to be a dick. And it's just a mix of just macho testosterone awesomeness, and it's hard to explain, because when you go to explain it, it comes off as a negative vibe, but it's not that. It is, you know how competition brings out the best in everyone. It's truly that. It's truly that. But it's on such a macho level that it's crazy. It's out of this world.
It's like you need those people there to keep pushing you, but they're just like assholes.
Yeah, it's straight assholes. And I mean, I think someone with, as long as you kind of got that sarcastic kind of personality and you can take the licks and keep digging, it's fine. Like, it works out for you. You actually learn, and you become one of those awesome assholes that help bring younger guys into it. But there's some guys that just don't jive, and they boot them out too.
I bet there's some NCOs that'll eat you alive, though.
Oh yeah, Sergeant Aaron Arnold was one of those.
Oh, the black guy.
Not
Yeah,
the black guy.
not the black Sergeant Arnold. Yeah, he was my first team leader, and there's two things about that man. If I saw him right here, I would beat the shit out of him with any heavy object I could grab. Okay. But at the same time, if he was like, yo, Andy, we got to go assault this bunker, just me and you, I'd be like, I got you, bro. Like, it's the hate and respect flowed perfectly for me and him. I will never have nor witness another relationship like I had with him, because, like, when it came to serious shit, he had my back. No questions asked. And, I was right there with him. But the second we weren't in serious shit, I was shit on. I was beneath him. I was scum between his toes, and I had to live life like that. And so it was like an abusive relationship, really. I was a battered woman who kept coming back.
Why do you think he treated you like that? Was it a learning lesson, or was it his way of like dealing with stress and anger and stuff? Maybe
he had some demons, and he was in not to go too much in his story, that's his to tell, but wasn't in special operations before. He was in the big army. I think he was even National Guard, and so he was in a low-funded, low-equipped unit who got into some serious combat, and he had a lot of shit with that, baggage with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I feel like, and he kind of let me in on that at one point, and I feel like that's when I finally started to I earned his respect a little bit. And so that was a big moment for me of him kind of confiding some of that in me, and it meant a lot, because this guy who's been practically abusing me, like, I would be in the middle of a field with a 50 caliber on my back, crawling through mud, and like, all day in the scorching sun, while all my other friends who are in other squads and stuff, they're getting in cars to go downtown and party that night. And it's like, hey, motherfuckers, like, fuck am I still out here? Like, but, I don't know. Maybe that was, that upbringing in the community made me a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to be a fucking dick. I don't know.
Is he still in?
I don't know. He wasn't one of those Facebook kind of people. He wasn't someone that kind of kept up with you. His brother was on American Ninja Warrior.
Wow.
Made it quite a ways. He almost won one, I think, or maybe he did win it. I don't know.
Well,
that's cool.
Yeah, I got to look him up. So a funny story about that. He hated his fucking brother, or at least he claimed he did. Maybe they're great brothers, but
he's a ninja.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in the army.
They were from Utah, so probably Mormon. He never wanted to talk about it. He never got into that stuff, but probably Mormon. Him and his brother look identical, and so that's why I was sitting on the couch, and they were like something Arnold, and it looked just like him, and I was like, holy fuck, that's his brother. He's on the show, and of course from Utah, mountain climber. That's how they grew up. But anyway, so. Yeah, just
Well, so you went on your first deployment.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a bad first deployment?
No. Well, my very, very first deployment was kind of a shit deal. It wasn't a full deployment. It was when I first got in. When I first finished RIP, Ranger Indoctrination Program, when I finished and graduated that and made the selection, I went to 3rd Battalion. Well, they had already deployed, so they were already on their 100 days, and so they had 10 of us new guys with no experience, no training with the unit, and the rear detachment was like, what the fuck are we gonna do with these guys? Like, are we just gonna make them mow lawns the whole time, like pick weeds? Because that's another thing. You think you're the tip of the spear, like. Before you close out of the day, like, privates are out there picking weeds out of the parking lot. Like, you're like, man, yeah, I'm America's finest, picking this goddamn weed and cigarette butt out of the damn parking lot.
Is that humiliating?
No, I mean,
not too bad.
Yeah, a little bit, but when you see, like, chicks drive by, you're like, hey, you got your gardening gloves on. Yeah, but, no, I mean, not too bad. But, so, yeah, our unit was already deployed, and they were just like, all right, I guess send them over there.
They sent you over during a deployment.
During a deployment, no training, no gear. They gave us what gear they could, and then sent us over to meet up with our squads. And so we get over there, and even the first sergeant of our company, we get over there, and he's like, I don't know why the fuck they sent you over here. He had us in a little formation. He was like, you guys don't know an M4 from your dick. You don't know any of our fucking, practices. You don't know a fucking formation to walk in. I wouldn't trust you with a machine gun if, I was already dead. Like, there's no fucking point. Like, he was so fucking pissed we were even there. And And I was like, well, thanks. Like, and that's how we're meeting this guy. This is like, and so I was like, well, fuck me, man. I mean, I'm glad they flew us halfway around the world just to clean shitters, I guess, because that's what we're going to be doing. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And, I mean, essentially that's what we did. We just pulled guard shifts, hung around, and got shit on by the guys who were going. And what sucks is there was a handful of new guys that passed the RIP class before us. Didn't go through the training cycle, but they deployed with the unit. They got to go out on missions. But they
not much difference between
not
you.
much different, right? And when we got there, we didn't fucking know that. We didn't know when people showed up. But then you start to find out the guy who's like fucking smacking your food on the floor and calling you an F word,
Jesus.
not fucker, the other F word, the harder hitting one. The guys who are really giving you the most shit.
They were hitting your food out of your hands?
Oh fuck yeah! Well, I mean, when I became a sergeant, that's when I smacked that plate right out of that dude's hand. Like, how's that taste? Eat it now, bitch. Like, you gotta. That's part of the mentality that you end up growing up with. But yeah, the guys who were giving us the most shit were the dudes who were there just a few months before us, and it's like, dude, fuck you. Like,
Yeah. Well, did you have to burn shit?
no, I never had to burn shit.
That was like regular Army stuff, right?
Right. That's regular Army shit. So there's a big difference between, and that's something I learned later. that's when I was like, man, I wish I really didn't step on my dick, because I really don't like doing this stupid big Army shit on a deployment. But special operations, you're only going to go to where there's an airstrip, because you air insert everywhere you go. Your missions, you're not. I mean, rarely did we ever use a Hummer or a truck or, whatever fucking vehicle. We always just flew in fast rope or, landed a Chinook somewhere, unloaded. So you're always going to be on a big FOB base over there with a pool, with a chow hall, with nice facilities, brick buildings, American roads. Tons of women contractors.
Wait, what do you mean American roads?
No, they pave it. They pave it like it looks like. Dude, I shit you not. I added a TGI Fridays in fucking Bagram Airfield. Like, yeah, I walk, and so there's like a boardwalk.
Who's serving you? Who's hosting those places?
Well, it ain't the chicks that they got at this TGI Fridays, but it's who they got. But no shit, like I'm walking down there, and there's like little huts, and they're trying to sell you fucking
trinkets
and shit, and then all of a sudden I go down, there's a fucking TGI Fridays, like. Nah, they're making like let's check it out.
Did it actually say TGI Fridays, or was it like the?
No, it said it was if you. Yeah,
Thank God it's falafel.
If you took a helicopter and just pulled the TGI Fridays out of the ground, flew it over and dropped it, that's what it was. And yeah, we walk in the door and she's like, "Hello, how many seating?" And we're like, "Oh, 3 of us." And she's like, "Okay, wait." Got us a table. There's a fucking bar. There, and it's TGI Fridays, man. I ordered the same fucking menu. I ordered it off.
It's always Fridays.
Yeah, always Fridays.
It's always Fridays on an airstrip. Well, so that's good. You didn't have to burn shit, because that probably saved you some. Well, you probably still breathed it in. It was probably still in the air
probably.
to a degree.
Yeah.
I know they're coming out with some cancer warnings on that stuff now.
Yeah. I better jump on that.
But I do know my brother-in-law, he was in Kandahar.
Now he was special operations too, right?
Yeah, and he was on a pretty small middle of nowhere place where they did burn their own shit, and it was pretty rough. They were like watching the mountaintops like that surrounded their little base all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty hairy.
Yeah, it's what sucks about that now. A line squad, which is like what you would imagine if you like watched a movie about like Black Hawk Down. That was like line squads. When you get into attachments and detachments and specialized units, like you got your mortars, you got your heavy weaponry guys, you got forward observer, you got all these other guys. Well, sometimes they break off and they have to attach to places like what you're talking about, so you don't get to have the cushy life as the line squads do, because the line squad stays intact, and they only use it for their missions. But yeah, attachment and detachment, a lot of times they get hosed. And what, I've seen freaking paralegals end up in more shit over a deployment because they got sent to this small little post where they had to do paralegal shit over there for whatever reason, paperwork for people, and then they, their fob gets attacked or gets ran over, and they're like in an office with a 9mm trying to defend their lives.
Oh, wow.
Right. And so I've seen a lot of times, those guys go through a lot more shit than just the normal line guys.
Yeah, he was a mortar guy.
Yeah.
And he carried a ladder.
Yeah.
And he carried a fucking, however many rounds it went in his mortar tube and a ladder and all of his ammunition for his weapon. And another guy was carrying the mortar set up, and he said it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
He said it was heavy and it was hard.
No, I'm glad I wasn't a mortar man, so that's something that happens all the way back in basic training. In basic training, there's a certain amount of number, and they just cut a line and they say, okay, you guys are infantry and you guys are mortarmen. And that's it. And then as a mortarman, your life now fucking sucks. You're carrying, I've helped them out. I've carried the shit that they got to, that's no fucking joke. You're carrying a fucking artillery piece everywhere you go. Like it's insane what they expect.
Yeah. And it depends on the job too, because there's different types of mortars.
Oh yeah.
Big ones and small ones.
82, 150s, 20 little tiny ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, but anyways, that's a different story. But it sounds like you always had a nice place to stay.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't mean you're going to have nice experiences when you go out.
No, yeah.
What was that like?
It varied. Everyone's perspective is different to begin with. Everyone, it's very, you collectively go into, if we're talking about a bad time, collectively you all go through the same thing. You all experience the same stuff. Individually, you experience it from your own perspective.
Yeah.
And there's guys who are in a different mental state before they even experience that, while they go through it, and then after they go through it. And so I think for me, the biggest thing, as in a moment, you're not thinking about anything. It's survival, fight, flight, fuck, fornicate, all
happens.
The important F's. It's just
thrown at you.
Shit just happens. You process it best you can, and you act on instinct or training or whatever you're digging up from the gray matter up there. That's what you're doing. You're getting to the next point. Afterward, there's like a decompression. And it's usually on the plane ride back.
Internally.
Yeah, internally. Everyone on their own. And, some guys, it's an adrenaline rush. They could even have been injured. They could have a leg blown off. And it's a wild rush, dude. They just got off of the best fucking ride at, Six Flags they'd ever fucking experienced. They're having a good time. Their hand, high-fiving. Yeah, we fucked that dude up, man. He thought he was fucking getting us. Fuck that. You got other guys who are like waking up to, that was almost the last moment of my life, and you got guys who process it. I feel like I took it as it happened. I was there. It's not, I made it out. I don't know, in talking with guys who've had issues, some of the guys that I've been with over the years, talking with them that handled it hard. I hate that I can't get on the same level to kind of help them, because some guys are really hurting, really struggling. And, we don't even really talk about it, but it starts getting into, what if, remember that, and,
is it survivor's remorse?
Yeah.
Survivor's guilt?
Oh yeah. All kinds of emotions, like anger at like themselves, at each other guys we served with, anger at people who died. It's weird. There's no, these doctors and people that try to help you. Yeah, they try to help you, but like problems like that are so individual and so different. It's a puzzle piece, and you cannot wave a magic wand. And I think my hardest guilt, the hardest anything I have from all of that time, from all of my service, is now not being able to kind of talk and help and get on the same level to help some of my friends out. I mean, it's really hard.
What's holding you back?
Oh, I mean, nothing. That's what I'm saying. Nothing about the experience. I mean, things that I did, things that I didn't do, none of that really bothers me because I understand we were in a moment. I did what I did. I mean, it's all instinct. It's all happened. You know, it just, that was history now. And so coming out of it, I was the same. I felt like I was the same beforehand, but the guilt that I have is now sitting down with a friend, having some beers, and he goes into a dark spot, and I can't just tell him, it's fine, dude. We're good. We're standing on the right side of the daisies. That's what happened. And they can't take that in. And I've learned now you can't say that to that person.
Yeah.
You know, that's not right. That's not the right answer.
Just get over it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just get over it. Truck on. I hate, you know, my guilt, the pressure I put on myself is I've got to fix what's wrong with me. I've got to, like, maybe something's wrong with me since I'm the crazy person saying it's fine, get over it.
Right. I know a guy, you know, my brother-in-law, he has trouble, you know, and you can't say that stuff to him.
Yeah.
He's on another level. He's on another plane, and you can't bring him back down.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's like, what you went through, but I know what it's like to try to be around someone that has issues.
Yeah.
But what, you know, so you went out at night sometimes, you did some night missions, and, you know, you did some crazy stuff that 99.9% of America does not or will not ever do.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that, you know, how did you compartmentalize that the first time that stuff happened for you? Was it just, like you said, thrown at you? You're just dealing with it?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at it as, you know, I wrote my name on that paper each time I signed up for something. I went into the recruiter's office. I signed up. You know, I don't look at it as I'm better than this guy back here because he didn't. I chose to put myself in this bad position. I don't think that helps anyone. You know, that guy's got his reasons. I got mine. You know, I felt like as a patriot, of someone who loves my country and loves this community, I should do this. That's on me. I'm not speaking for that guy. He's got his own stuff. And so, you know, going on deployments and doing that stuff, I didn't come back. I mean, there was some stuff, you know, someone saying something stupid to you at the DMV, you just want to be like, do you know how many fucking people I've killed? Like, you want to say something stupid to me, dude? Like, you are fucking nothing to me. You want to say shit, but at the same time, I'm like, whatever. You know, I chose to do that because I wanted to do it. I selfishly wanted to serve my country, and so I didn't have issues. But I know a lot of people look at it that way. It's like, I'm here, I'm getting shot at right now. You know, I have a buddy's brains fucking blowing out of his head, and where is the rest of my generation? Where's the rest of, you know, America? Why am I not? But it's not, you know, I really feel like some of that stigma kind of falls over from, you know, the Vietnam kind of ideal of, like, you know, we in this war on terrorism, or whatever you want to call it, we had support, especially back in 2008, 2010, all that era. When we came home, we were coming home.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have, I never saw people spitting on us. People, you know.
No.
Well, you transformed and, like, thank you for our service.
Yeah.
Flags out.
Yeah.
You became super patriotic.
Yeah.
It slid a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
So, I mean, but I could see that maybe as years go on, but at the same time, if we're still there, I mean, I think Biden finally, every president has said, we won the war, we're going home.
Yeah.
And then we're still fucking there.
Yeah.
So
We're
I'm
supposed
sure
supposed to be
Biden's
out of there by 9/11, I think.
right. Yeah. 9/11 is what I heard, but are we? We don't know. We'll see.
Right.
I'm sure there's a reason for something, but
Somebody will be there.
Yeah.
We'll surge them somewhere else.
yeah. There's some more freedom that needs sprinkled around.
So what's that like
Put them in China.
when, you know, you're people that you're fighting beside of die?
You know, it just sucks, man. I'm horrible at kind of expressing that stuff. And
Yeah.
I think I'm a dull person emotionally, and that's kind of why I've processed it the way that I do. But losing someone, it's you're never seeing them again. That's it. Their book's closed. And I immediately go back to just missing them. I think just the fact that and it's harder on guys that I was close to that I really had fun with. If I really had fun with this guy and like we went way back or whatever, we did some of the stupidest shit, it hits me so fucking hard because there's no more of that.
Yeah.
And it's remorse. I miss them.
Sure.
I know, I have a good friend. We lost the same person, and his way of that is anger, and he's mad at everything, and he goes off the deep end. He's mad at the government. He's mad at people that our generation. He's mad at the military. It's just anger is what he lashes out to, and he's one of the hardest people that I've tried to be there for, but I just don't know how. And that's when it kind of doubles down on me because, I can't. Here's another friend out of that trifecta of friendship. We've lost one leg and I'm losing the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to help it.
Yeah, I can't imagine being in a situation where you're all fighting so fiercely and shit like that happens. Like, that's an experience that not many people experience. But you were kind of alluding to me about, you got to go out with CAG.
Yeah.
What's that like? And CAG is Delta Force, right?
I can affirm or deny. They got a lot of names.
Okay.
Let's just say like really good special operations guys. Like
Yeah.
the guys who, you watch a Jason Bourne movie and you're like, damn, what if that guy was like real? These guys are pretty fucking close.
Right. Okay.
This guy's Jason Bourne.
Yeah. So at first I was like, I thought these guys would be taller. Like, that's what I said to one of them, and
Maybe that's why they're the best. Little man syndrome.
yeah,
It takes all kinds to build a race car, right? Like
Yeah.
it takes
Oh,
all
yeah.
kinds to fight a war.
yeah, no, the word professional doesn't say enough, doesn't cover what that next step is, and they'll tell you, they'll be like, we got shitbags too. Everywhere has shitbags. Everyone's got someone in a group trying to cut corners, but working with that level, like the top of the top, I mean, it doesn't get when you're talking about defending our country, our freedoms, and doing whatever the mission lays out for them to do, it's going to happen, or they're going to die trying. That's it. There's no ifs or buts. There's no making it halfway and being like, well, shit, we tried, guys, pack it up. No, it's this or no. And they encompass that completely 100%. Where even in special operations, sometimes that mountain's just too tall and we got to find a different way. Or, this isn't going to work out. We're going to change this. No, it's like, it's 100% and then some or nothing. And working with guys like that at that level, think of like a master chef, but this guy shoots people in the face. Like, it's awe-inspiring, and the way that they just rationalize everything. They're all mentally on the same level. I think that's one of the biggest things. Talking about a football team where the defense is all on the same page. We're covering holes. Like, there's no gaps. I mean, coverage is spot on. It's something like that. It's something like that. It's like a sport almost to them. Like, everything is perfect. Everything's rehearsed. Everything's practiced. It's streamlined to the simplest, most elegant level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got me. I'm like dropping my night vision shit out of my pocket, and I got cords dangling everywhere. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm coming, guys. Don't worry, I'm with you.
What was your job? Like, what in a nutshell?
When we worked with those guys, we were pretty much the backup. Like, y'all don't fuck anything up.
Don't shoot me in the back.
Don't shoot me. If we need you, we'll call you. You know, and y'all just be real fucking cool that you're hanging out with us. It's like being junior high and you're in the car smoking with the varsity guys.
Okay.
Okay, and it's like, all right, we're about to roll out, giggity, and we're gonna have some fun. You're gonna see some cool guy shit, and then we're gonna come back, and you're gonna go to your house and talk to your friends again. We're not gonna talk. No, they're all very professional and really cool guys because they know that they're at the top of the level. There's no more game for them to get. So kind of that alpha mentality that you get in the fucking bro mode of special operate that's kind of watered. That's not there. That's not there with these guys. So there was a couple awesome missions. One mission I roll out with these guys, and it was one guy.
You had one target.
I'm not supposed to be. Anyway, let's just hypothetically say there's one bad guy, and this group of really awesome badass guys are about to like ball them up, roll them up. That just means if we got to shoot them, we got to shoot them. If we can tape them up in the middle of the night and drag them in our truck, we will. So if we got to shoot them, then we got to shoot them. So, hypothetically, I would sit at like an intersection with a machine gun to make sure no one shows up. And if someone shows up to spoil their party, I'm fucking their party up.
Okay.
Like, no one fucks a prom queen unless I say so. Kind of thing.
Okay.
You're just being lookout.
Yeah.
You're just lookout.
Just lookout.
Probably one of the lookouts.
Yeah. One of the many lookouts. Because hypothetically, the government wouldn't risk a unit like this in a bad part of town and to have them schwacked,
Sure.
That's a lot of time, money, and talent lost. That's like Kobe going down in a chopper,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't just.
We love the Kobe chopper around here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm at my lookout, and all of a sudden I hear something go off, or not go off, not yet. I hear a call out go out, and it sounds familiar. We got code names for everything, and I'm like, shit, that's one of the bad ones. I'm a dumb fucking dude. Like, I can't remember shit for days. Like, and I keep over the radio, I'm hearing this like really important word that I'm like, fuck, I was supposed to remember that. And then the building just explodes and collapses on itself, and I was like, they're fucking in there. Like, holy shit. Looking around like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And hypothetically this building falls in, and then all of a sudden, like, while I'm in a stupor and kind of everyone else is in a stupor, like, oh shit, you see like a block get pushed out, and like,
Jesus,
they're crawling out of this. And they all crawl out of this rubble. And then these guys are like, we fucking got them, man. Woo! Like,
it's like this action music playing.
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
Man, that was a clip.
Yeah, they high five and they walk right past you. Like, you can't even feel your toes. And they're like, what the fuck you guys doing? Get the fuck in. Let's go. It's time to go. And
jeez.
Yeah. No, I could have seen guys crawl out of a building, an entire building that exploded and fell on them. It was wild. Yeah.
Just a different mentality. That's what makes them crawl out of that building.
Yeah, exactly. If I was in that building, I'd be in a million pieces. I'd be in 8 Ziploc bags right now. Like, there's no way. Like, there's an aura that follows them, and it was like that. It was that tempo, that style every time. It's just.
I wonder how many chances they've freaking skipped out on, like death.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they're prepped for it though. Yeah. They know how to hang. They know how to look for it.
Yeah.
They know they ride that curtail. Yeah. They ride that coattail.
And they're lucky. They're lucky as shit.
Yeah. I would imagine they're more professional than I am as far as skipping out on death though when it comes to getting in gunfights.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know you can't delve into too much, but. Well, so then you got out of the military.
Yeah.
Went to school.
Yep.
and then you got on a little team, and then maybe you progressed to a bigger team. And so we obviously know what racing is. I think everybody knows what NASCAR is.
Right.
So we don't have to go into that too much. But
What's NASCAR?
not
I don't know.
I don't know. Is NASCAR an acronym?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The National Miracle Stock Car or something.
It's not like our town has a bronze statue to one of the greatest.
I rode by there today, and I was like, when are they going to take that down?
National Association of Stock Car Racing. That's it. Yeah. It's an acronym.
Okay.
I had to spell it out. I couldn't just know it. I don't like to think about it.
Yeah. So I know your job.
Right.
Explain what you do on a NASCAR team.
So I take raw materials of sheet metal. Pretty much sheet metal is all I use, but just raw materials. I shape it and build it into parts that we're going to put onto the car. And so, and it's not just like arts and crafts time. You got to be within a tolerance, and those tolerances get smaller and smaller and smaller to, we're talking thousandths of an inch at time. And so, it goes from, the hardest part was me at no skill level, not knowing anything. I mean, helping a family member out on a dirt race car is one thing, and then having to overnight learn how to keep up with a competition that is within that high of a tolerance, that perfect, that much pressure.
Yeah, I got thrown to the wolves too.
Yeah. And then you got to keep up with that every day. It's sink or swim, which I think leaving the military, I needed that. I needed the high pressure, because that's where I found out I thrive. It's do or not right now. Luckily, I don't have to worry about my life, anyone else's life. I mean, well, I'm not working on the safety equipment for the cars. I'm just building body parts. But theoretically, I'm not worried about anyone's. I'm not working for a life, but that pressure is there, and that's what kind of keeps me in check.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. You remember when I'd bring donuts into you guys and give you donuts? Yeah, I give you donuts every now and then because I'd ask you to do something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was my way of saying sorry. But
that's part of it, dude.
That's part of it. Yeah. But what keeps you from going and trying out for pit crew stuff?
Oh, I just.
It's a young man's game.
Yeah.
You should see some of them. They're kind of old.
Yeah, they're getting up there.
Yeah, some of them are.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, that would push me back into what I was doing in the military, just being gone, a little more dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, I got fast cars driving right by them. You slip and fall on pit road, you can get ran over and kill you right there. So
yeah,
I could see myself doing that, so I better not do that. I don't know. Getting out of the Army, from what I understood of how a NASCAR team worked, which was not really, but I knew there was road jobs and there was not road jobs. And so that was my goal from the beginning, because I got out of the Army to be with my family. And so time is very valuable to me. And I think it'd be cool. I mean, there's a shit ton more money than being in a road crew, traveling with those guys, especially doing pit stops and stuff. But time is worth way more to money to me.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And it's not just 16 weeks, dude. NASCAR is long.
Yeah, it's a whole damn.
It's all the year.
Yeah, all the year.
Well, so now you've got some stuff going on the side too. You got your full-time job, but then you're dabbling in the indie film industry.
Yeah, no, I'm really dabbling. I'm jumping in. I have no clue. Like usual, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it, and I'm just going for it. I really feel like, because the old guys in the career of NASCAR will say this shit ain't gonna be around here forever, and they're right. I mean,
That's why I got out.
Yeah, I know, right? So, I mean, I got it in the wrong time, but I feel like I got what I wanted out of it. Not that I'm saying I'm quitting anytime soon, because I still like it. I really like the guys that I work with. Our crew we got in there, I mean, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Really good dudes, and I love showing up in the morning and just bullshitting with those guys. It's almost therapeutic for me, putting up with some of those guys.
Some of them are very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
So... but I feel like my next move is going to be in something like entertainment and movies. And so that's kind of the next step in the, I got a whole book of cool shit I got to cram in.
Yeah.
there,
I'm clinging on to Jason and I'm riding.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah, I gotta make it for that to fucking happen.
So tell me, just explain, if you want, explain your current indie film, like just a synopsis, what it basically is.
Okay.
You're right there.
That's me.
Have fun in Hollywood.
You just remember me. Remember me.
Wait, hold on. I can fix that. Hold on.
So, what's
Yeah, you talk too soon.
Anyway,
so what's your movie idea? Because it's shooting right now.
Right. So I wrote back in high school when I was failing high school. I wrote this. I was a big Star Wars nerd, you know, and so I loved the idea, and not so much just Star Wars. I loved the idea that a guy could sit down and come up with all of this on his own. You know, that creative zone. And so I was like, fuck him. I'm gonna make my own shit. Like, his shit's cool, don't get me wrong, but like my shit's gonna be cool too. And so in high school I started writing and drawing, and I just built this whole kind of universe. And that was before I knew like Marvel Universe was a thing, and all these, you know, all these creative zones kind of had their own space. You know, I didn't know it was that easy. You just say, all right, this is this now. Like, this is Deadpool universe. This is Batman universe.
I like Dead Pube.
Yeah.
Dead
But so anyway, I created this fucking like universe that's it's a whole collection of all these stupid stories that I never stopped. So as I hit puberty, I fucking, you know, and my writing got better and my ideas got better. It snowballed into this pretty cool universe, this setting for a lot of stories. And I feel like you know, it kind of let me, I feel like I got to vent a lot of things through it, so, you know, me working and living and thriving in pressure kind of helped sprinkle off into what I was doing on the side, which was writing this, you know, fucking encyclopedia of my own fucking thoughts and what would be cool. So what I've done is I've taken kind of, you know, a portion of that, I've written it out into a screenplay. And my idea was like, I'll write this up, I'll get it registered, and I'll just ship it out. And I'll ship it out and see if anyone ever buys it. It'd be cool if someone did. And so that's what I started doing, and I got it done. And then I met Steve Roswick, who I was doing some you know, esports stuff with. Esports broadcasting is kind of what I got into for a little bit, started dabbling there, but he had movie experience, working on Talladega Nights and kind of being in the know on there. And you know, one drunken night led to another, and we had sex. And,
Oh wow!
just making sure everyone's still awake. But anyway, he read it, and he was like, dude, this is actually good. Like, you shouldn't just sell this. You could maybe make part of it, make an indie flick. That's the big thing now, is kind of making your own thing and see if you get backers and then make it good.
Yeah.
And he was like, that is, you know, the old days of selling a script until you save up money to fund your own movie, those days that's done. That's what Quentin Tarantino had to do, you know, back in the 80s or whatever. You know, that's not how it works these days.
Yeah, you can make like a half-ass YouTube video and make it big.
Yeah, because I mean, you with modest funding, you have the equipment at your power to make decent stuff.
Yeah.
And so he talked me into it, and then I was like, "Fuck it, all right, let's do it." You know, so we revised and we came up with a game plan, a shooting plan. We, you know, started storyboarding stuff. We got actors lined up, and then he got fucking busy and had to back out on me, and so. So I had shit to build sets with. I had actors calling me up like, when are we fucking filming this? And, you know, we were ready to start filming. You know, he's a family emergency, and then he's got his work changes. And so I almost kind of gave it up right there, but then he was like, hang on, you know, this is Aaron Parker. Like, he works, he films commercials for a company that builds electric
Lawn care.
lawn care stuff. So he's definitely got experience. He's definitely knows how to run the camera.
Yeah.
And so we talked with him. Me and Aaron hit it off. I mean, he's a really cool, really brilliant guy when it comes to filming. And he wanted to get into indie film too. And so he liked the script. And so me and him have kind of teamed up. And then it was maybe 4 months after that, I saw you post something about filming something, and I was like, dude, you like filming stuff too? And you came in clutch because your awesome shop. Without that, it probably would have, mothballed us again. So,
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah. You saved the day.
So you've got kind of like a space
Oh
Western.
yeah, I guess I totally skipped what the movie's about. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's
Surprise.
Yeah, it's
It's a surprise.
it is a surprise. We can't give it all away.
Yeah.
No, I'll give it all away. I don't give a shit. Yeah. So yeah, it's a gunslinger. It's set in the future. I wouldn't necessarily it's not so much set on space as it's just kind of in the future. But at the same time, they travel to other planets, so obviously space is in there. But to me, it's about just kind of just violent revenge. I feel like it's a very cliche, but it's an easy story to tell. And when you're developing characters, when you're starting from scratch, you need something that people are going to be able to connect with, so that way it lets your characters develop and they understand where they're coming from. So
relatable.
Yeah. It's it's the story that we've all heard, and this is some of us have lived through. But on film, it's a gunslinger who's been his crew turned on him, so he's hunting them down. So it's a simple '80s action movie. I mean, at the core, but it's our baby, and it's really if it looks good. That's the key. I mean, honestly, if it looks good, that's what gets you awards and film festivals. And this is also the base groundboard of what the rest of my universe can expand off from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you guys are going out all out as you can.
Yeah,
within a budget.
It's kind of got the zombie movie from inside of the Sopranos universe feeling. So maybe Jon Favreau would be interested.
You fucking cocksucker.
Well,
you should collaborate with Chris. He has a book and a journal.
Oh God!
And with some good life-changing
yeah,
stories.
I've heard brother.
Make a movie called The One Hoe.
well, so
There can only be one.
you definitely got other ideas. So this isn't like a one and done.
Yeah,
You're gonna go on to try to do more little indie projects.
Yeah. It's all about stacking it up. We got some shorts. Everyone does it. Their Star Wars shorts, so we're putting that together.
Yeah,
That's looking pretty good.
Chris is a
Are
very
you gonna reimagine a scene or something?
No,
Oh, okay.
we're totally redoing the newest movies.
Oh, that's either gonna piss people off.
Well,
or
I hope it
enjoy
pisses it off. I hope
because they're controversial.
Yeah, they are controversial. I
Okay, so
was probably the weirdest because I remember leaving. I think it was The Last Jedi. I walked out of the movie theater and I was like, "That's pretty good." And then I slept on it, and every day that went by, I was like, "I didn't really like that." I mean,
it
the
got
more you
worse.
thought about it,
It got
worse.
the more you thought about it, and then the same thing with the last movie. I walked out of there and I was like, I like it now because it was Star Wars and it was all up in my face, and I still got I'm still chewing on popcorn, but I know when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Especially when you have shows like The Mandalorian that is totally
way better.
encompasses the original trilogy, because that's what I feel like that's what the fan base was wanting.
Yeah.
A continuation of the original trilogy.
I mean, you see season 2 and everybody just lost their shit.
Yeah.
It was all that anybody
It's
really
like,
wanted.
we
Just-
finally see
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker,
Simple.
and it's just like, wow.
Yeah. Right. That's all we needed.
yeah, like Luke Skywalker sucking on the titties. Is that one?
Oh yeah, no,
Oh yeah,
he's
the
like,
milk.
And he's like, or him throwing the lightsaber away.
Yeah, this is
gotta have that milk,
garbage.
Gotta have that milk.
Yeah.
He killed himself. because it was
And
sad.
you know the problem it's not. I'm not one of
too
those.
hard.
I'm not one of those fans that's like, well, this director was a fucking moron or this actor's stupid.
They
or
were.
this
It's not
writer.
the director.
But
They
but
were.
it's not. I mean, think about it.
They dropped bombs in space with no gravity.
Yeah, but no.
Magnets.
Right, but think about it. I would argue that they were working with what they had to do. When you have Disney telling you this,
Yeah,
this,
It's
this,
a lot of
Yeah.
and they're
parameters you gotta
like,
keep.
yeah, and they're like, fuck, how do we get this, and
It's
this?
Disney's fault for not storyboarding the whole 3 movies.
True.
They just
Yes.
like
Yeah.
you can do this one, you can do this one, you can do this
Yeah.
one.
It's
Have
like-
at it.
I mean, last year I did
Yeah.
have that cool scene with the light speed.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool scene.
That is
Yeah.
a cool
I still
scene.
wish Admiral Akbar did it.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard they were supposed to have 3 different directors, but
Yeah.
they ended up going back to JJ just
Colin
to try to salvage.
Trevorrow, is his name?
Yeah.
Well, they got so what I
they're
read.
trying to salvage the last one.
Right. Well, what I read was clickbait, so take it for what it is. But what I read was the executives got scared when they heard the story after Last Jedi. It was getting darker,
Oh yeah.
and they read what they had planned for the last one, and the executives was like, "Oh fuck, that's too dark." Because you had General Hux killing himself with a lightsaber,
Yeah.
committing suicide because like his plan didn't work out or whatever. He had Rey, I think, going to the dark side at some point.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like it would have been much better.
It sounded like it would have capped. At least it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Like
And
the
I
First
think-
Order wins.
Yeah,
It's freaking awesome.
yeah, or no
Like-
one wins. You
Yeah.
know,
I was-
have them all die.
The way they did it, I was pulling for Kylo Ren at the 3rd movie.
Also, they just
Yeah.
switch sides.
Yeah, I was like,
Kylo
alright,
goes
this-
light and
yeah.
Rey goes dark.
That would have been. See, if we can
That's
think.
him in the whole trilogy.
Well, that's what
But
I'm.
you can't do that because it's a woman.
Because
Woman's got to be the hero.
Kylo was trying to be bad the entire time.
Yeah.
And he kept getting pulled to the light. So it should have just been.
It's actually, I mean, the whole series now is an evil space wizard tainted this guy's bloodline, took his family name,
Evil space
and then
wizard.
stole his birthright at the end.
Palpatine wins.
Yeah, Palpatine took everything from the
Like,
Skywalker.
Palpatine won.
Yeah.
Now my blood takes your name. It's like,
Thanks.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
No,
I
that's,
guess
that's very
he
true.
wins.
That's all it took.
No, and what I'm saying is, if us 5 idiots can stumble onto something that is inherently better, you know the guys who have been making movies for a while had better ideas.
Yes.
But they were like, "Fuck them! They'll never let us do that."
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Well, I still halfway think most of those people are just like high on their own shit too.
Yeah.
Like they're
no,
li-
I totally get that.
They're
yeah.
living in Hollywood, going, "Oh yeah, these fucking idiots out here. They'll go see the movie if it's
Yeah.
this."
Yeah.
They want to see.
Well, that's
women be
Disney
heroes.
execs.
yeah.
They
That's
wanna
all that
see-
is.
They want to see black people accelerate. They don't want just white people in a movie.
God. If they would have killed Finn at the end of the
Yeah.
Last Jedi, I've been good.
And Finn should have been something good. They
He
just like,
should've
dropped the ball.
He should have been something.
yeah.
Like
They built
he
him
was
up.
literally just the black guy.
They turned him
Yeah.
into like Ray Simp.
And it sucked. Like the fact that he wasn't more. Yeah, like I was like, you had the black guy that could have easily just like propelled himself, and you left him as the black guy.
Yeah.
That's what he was mad about too. The actor.
Yeah, and I totally get that because like
They pretty much wrote him
Yeah.
out of the last movie.
he
Just about.
didn't even need to be a Jedi, but he could have been something. He could have
Yeah.
been more pivotal. He
Then
could
they
have,
hint that he might have force powers at the end of the last movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. And it was like, why?
He,
What?
he at least could have been like the Han Solo, where it's like
No, that was the other guy, the gay guy.
you're
Poe.
true. Popo.
He's gay.
I think so. I don't know.
The one
like-
that showed that he was always the man's wrong in the second movie.
Yeah,
He
they're
had
like,
skills.
sit
Yeah.
down. You
Listen to-
saved this hot shot.
Women are
pilot."
right, men are wrong. That's what that movie was about.
Yeah. Dude, there was
So bad.
The Last Jedi was nothing but a social justice propaganda.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that
Let's
and,
go to the
yeah.
corporation, or what is it? The Casino Moon.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that whole
Capitalism
storyline.
evil.
I fell
Yeah.
asleep during that part of the movie and still understood what the whole movie was about. Like I woke up whenever like after they released the horse things, and continued watching the movie, and I was like, I guess I didn't miss
And
anything.
then-
The only aspect of that part that was good was the part where it showed like the people made the TIE fighters and the X-Wings were like the same people.
Yeah.
They were just supplying both sides.
Yeah.
And then at the end of
That's
the
it.
movie, the Asian woman sexually assaults the black man while he's sleeping.
Yes.
And then the ring given to the little kid,
Well,
and
she
it doesn't
kisses
do
him
anything.
without his consent. Think about it. If Ray was unconscious and then just Finn comes up, started making out with her, people would have lost their shit.
It's like trying to cancel Prince Charming and Snow White.
I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that,
because he
but
kissed her
that's
without
hilarious.
Because he
consent.
kissed her while she was
Yeah.
in a coma.
He saved her.
He saved her.
He was in a
fucking
coma.
He's fallen under the same code as EMTs.
True.
Well, the EMTs like cop a feel after they save your life.
You know, maybe
life.
some.
It's anything for revival.
Did
They
you
gotta
wake up?
You feel that? Do you remember it?
Doesn't it go? I would want someone to do to me what I,
What you did to them?
I want you to
it's
jerk
like-
me off while
it's
you try to
like-
get mouth to mouth.
Yeah, it's like if I'm passed out,
It's like-
this is what I would want them to do. It's like stick your thumb up my ass and revive me.
All right.
Well,
So
if you
everybody wants that.
if you attempted to save someone at fucking Logan's and
Logan's, well, they choke on a peanut.
yeah, they choke you
many
step
yeast
up there to
rolls.
start and you break a rib, they could sue you.
Yeah.
True.
They could sue you, and you save their life, but they got a broke rib. Guess what?
And they, oh, you broke my rib. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna pick that peanut up and choke them back with it again. Be like, now
You're
I-
sued.
Now I killed you.
So
Now
do
you
you?
got, now you got
Sue
witnesses.
this.
Yeah. You grab my, sue this
Stand
nut.
up, stand up, grab my dick, and be like, sue this motherfucker.
So do you save them or do you let them choke and someone else gets sued?
I follow the culture of today and pull out my phone and videotape it and say, "Oh my god!"
Or you walk past
my
them and you
God.
think someone else will save them?
Is someone gonna do anything? Like I know CPR, but oh my god,
Yeah.
I'll do
Just
that.
yell World Star.
So,
Well, stop.
let's go.
Let's go. Well, we've gone quite a long time.
No, not at all. Wait, was this even recording?
That'd be funny.
Yeah, it was. I guess I'll bring Tyler back into the picture.
Am I not in it? Oh, thank you.
I thought it was going to be ACT Lab for now on.
Act loud.
People might think it's an acting course.
Yeah.
We'll teach you how not to act.
Improv.
Well, people already get pissed because they think we're scientists. Like, we understand robotics.
Yeah, no, I remember that one too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Don't know
Fucking
robotics.
Well,
Have you called him out? Like,
yeah.
we tried.
let's host a match. Like, have
We
a
always get
UFC
Thomas
fight or something.
comment. Like,
Yeah, I
you want to
just
come
kinda-
and
I
explain
just
this
kinda
on our
do the thing.
podcast?
Yeah.
And they-
Some guy's like, that's not how the cult actually acted. And then Thomas looks the guy up, and he's like always posting about the cult. And it's like, ooh,
yeah, we probably don't want to talk to that guy.
is it that 9 angles?
I don't want him to know where I live.
yeah, order the 9 angles. Did you listen to our Jared Leto skit?
No.
Okay, we
I might
might
have missed that
We might play it after this,
okay.
where I suck a cock.
All right.
Oh, wait. You talking about the cucumbers?
Nope.
Oh,
That was a
I
video.
think
that was a good one. That was a good video.
I
like
think
that.
so. This one is a skit. So,
Okay.
anyways, Jason, thank you for driving all the way out here
It wasn't that bad.
and sitting down and eating pizza with us and just sharing your life experiences with us.
Celebrating Juneteenth with us.
Yeah,
Juneteenth. What about?
yeah. We're gonna celebrate
slavery.
Juneteenth every year
Yeah.
now. So
I'm sorry that I don't think we covered anything that we wanted to.
What was that? What were we supposed to cover?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, never mind then.
Then we did it.
Yeah, we're good.
We did it. This is what we were supposed to cover.
no, it was a lot of information. I wish we had more time because we went so long. It almost needs like a 2-parter. But because I feel like we just started getting into topics where like it's interesting to like everybody to the point where people start to interject and like we really wanted to just listen to you on this one. So it's a lot of information that was really, really just stuff we don't know about.
Yeah, it was interesting as hell.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thanks for letting me come hang out with you guys. I mean, not that I'm fanboying or anything, but I like watching you guys all the time. I like finally getting to meet you.
I feel
I'll
like
give my autograph later.
Okay.
Don't worry, Tyler's like really fanboying over your movie.
Yeah. Well, we can premiere your movie
Oh yeah.
to like 5 people.
Yeah.
Your mom did buy a projector.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
and she started following us on Instagram.
Maybe we can get it shown at Afton Ridge.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, at the park?
The old Best Buy building that no one's using? Yeah. Just displayed on the side.
Yeah.
He could.
There we go. Got some, memories.
Well, Chris, do you have anything for everybody?
I guess have a good weekend. Or, well, actually, it'll be after Juneteenth, so I hope everyone had a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Enjoyed it.
Jason, do you have any parting words for everyone?
Fuck bitches, get laid.
I love it.
There it is.
Thomas?
Yeah. Hope everyone had a happy Father's Day.
yeah.
Enjoy Father's Day. There's 2 people in here that are going to enjoy Father's Day.
I got a dog. I'm a dog father.
The Doge father.
Yeah, the real fathers hate it when we say that.
I don't give a fuck.
Suck these
I feel like
These
dads
nuts?
don't care.
nuts.
Yeah, I don't care. You can be a dog father. I don't care.
It's the stay-at-home moms that don't like that.
And
Yeah,
to
but
all
they
the
can't
mothers-
complain about Father's Day.
to all the mothers that do both jobs.
This day, Father's Day, is kind of their day too,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Just like I said, Mother's Day was Thomas's day too.
Right. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be secondary birthing person day. Sorry. Yeah, for Father instead of Father's Day.
Right.
Or the
So-
assistant birthing person day.
Is it Elliot Page
With a 6-pack.
I'm pretty
with
sure
the 6-pack? She's
I
gonna.
want to see the
Hawaiian-
dick clit.
Them Hawaiian rolls.
I want to see her penis too.
I can probably look it up. Hold on.
Her actual penis.
she doesn't have kids though.
She's definitely not. There's not a picture of Elliot Page's penis. on
She's still
there.
getting it grafted off her thigh.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Would you say Happy Father's Day to Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, just do it.
Might as well.
he deserves it.
I don't.
He's doing
She-
both jobs.
Tyler.
It's an Olympic gold medalist
That's
you're
a
talking about.
Potential governor.
Oh yeah.
You give that person some respect.
Can you
That's why I
imagine?
said potential governor.
Can you imagine the first trans president being Republican?
That's
No,
funny.
that's
And being against abortion and trans rights.
Look at her.
And gay rights, I mean, not
Yeah.
trans rights.
well, that's the beauty of it. He or she's trans, so you can't really say, "Well, fuck you for being a Republican." It's like, I'm trans. You're transphobic if you're against me. It's like it's kind of that little loophole gray area where it's like you can't really down you because the culture says you can't.
It's, you know what? Caitlyn Jenner is a conundrum. That's all I can say about that.
It's a puzzle with too many pieces.
I wanna see if she still has a penis. Cut it off?
I don't think so.
It's in a pickle jar.
You think she
somewhere.
still has it?
Yeah.
Alex, what do you got for everybody?
Don't go to Dunkin' Donuts
Unless you like cream in your tea.
unless
Right?
you want to get a goddamn sweet tea instead of cold brew.
Actually,
I wish there were more Krispy Kremes that were available to go to. There's like one way over here, and you got to hike all the way to Salisbury to get to the other one, or you go to a random food line to get donuts.
they gave you tea like you were in the UK,
Yes.
like tea with cream.
Yeah, tea with cream.
I like tea
It
with
was so
cream.
sweet. It was my mouth was already sticky.
Were you like talking like a British person or something? Can I get a tea?
I said I want a cold brew with 2 cream.
Oh, what's this shite?
I didn't go. I want my tea and the fucking cream.
I like that black guy that was like he's got to go back to Ireland that we were talking to.
I don't know if like his problem was he wasn't Irish.
It's like they
Anyway.
don't know what I'm talking about when I'm over there. I'm like, Irish people speak English, right?
No,
Yeah.
there's Gaelic too.
Gaelic.
Oh,
He's probably talking about Gaelic. Yeah. Yeah, you just get really drunk and you just talk faster.
Yeah, true.
It's,
How
Yeah.
about you, Tyler?
Enjoy Father's Day
And Juneteenth.
and Juneteenth.
Well, people of Juneteenth
Don't
probably
loot anything.
I
celebrate
never thought
Father's
about
Day.
that. It's like back to back.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Whole
that.
2 holiday weekends.
Just landed on me.
We should have
So you can
Fridays-
celebrate Juneteenth, but won't celebrate Father's Day.
No,
Well,
Juneteenth,
it depends.
Father's Day. That should mean Friday off, Monday off.
Depends if they come back with the milk.
The
They don't
Juneteenth is
sell
an
Newports no more.
Juneteenth is an official holiday now.
Yeah, 4-day weekend.
Yeah, 14
Father's Day is
well,
not an
except
official
for
holiday.
the 14 Republicans who didn't want
Yeah,
it.
they didn't vote for it.
You will always have kickback.
How dare they?
But Father's Day is not an official holiday.
Yeah,
Is
it
it not?
is.
You don't get it off. Like, did you get the
on a
Father's Day off in the
Sunday.
military?
Oh, true.
Wait, do you get Juneteenth?
It's not a federal holiday. No, they're
No.
trying to make Juneteenth a federal holiday.
Yeah, it's in the court.
I'm pretty sure. Like, I just read an article that the military will get Juneteenth off.
That should be all. All
It's
right,
federal, yeah.
everybody, if you are against Juneteenth being a federal holiday, fuck you.
If you're against it,
Yeah, I'm for any federal holiday.
Yeah, maybe we'll get paid for it. at
Yeah.
work.
I don't care.
It's another day the mail won't run.
okay, Chris.
You know, any federal holiday, I'm for.
All right.
I'm with you.
Talk to Bubba Wallace about that.
What did he say about that?
He's afraid of ropes, I guess.
Wait, you're digging.
A little bit.
Or sorry, his race team's afraid of ropes. I'm sorry.
Well, he was.
Yeah, Bubba Ropes.
Oh yeah, then Bubba
They
Ropes.
can't sponsor no more.
Bubba Ropes are real. So.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of that other racer, the one that was saying N-words.
Well, they all do.
The Asian guy.
Go work in a race team.
No, the Asian guy.
There we go. Them bubble ropes.
Yeah, this is a rope.
I didn't know bubble ropes were a thing.
Yeah, this is real.
That's when he got in trouble with.
Bubble ropes.
Not no more.
Wait, when were bubble ropes invented?
What is that? A jump rope?
No, it's just like a really strong
It's like
rope.
a toe strap.
Toe strap, yeah.
Yeah, see? It's a tow rope.
19,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's 3 of my trucks.
Kinetic recovery rope. That's serious
Bubble
stuff.
ropes.
Make a hell of a bracelet out of that one.
Yeah, there's some bubble ropes.
Jesus. Okay.
That's just a pull handle, right?
Michael Jordan should like do some Jordan brand bubble rope then.
Michael ropes.
It wouldn't hold anything.
Holy
'cause it's
crap! Look at that bubba rope.
from
Is
China.
that Diesel?
man.
Is that Diesel Dave?
Yeah.
I think that's just an anaconda.
Yeah. Split open.
Dude's trying to be
He's-
like, look at
he's-
my dick.
Yeah, he's posing 100% there.
At my dick, look at my bicep.
Buy any Sheriff website, you'll be entered into a sweepstakes for $25,000.
Every dollar spent is an entry made.
You can buy hats, you can buy stickers, you can buy carburetors, you can buy whatever you want.
Well, Jason, do you care that people want to get in touch with you, or is it just
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I love heat. I'm an asshole, so yeah. Hate mail, send it up.
you have an Instagram?
If you have anything you want to plug, go ahead.
I was not prepared.
That's fine.
I'm sure I got some Instagram pages. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. I think you're Jason Anderson on Instagram, actually.
ooh, I don't know. I got some
Tyler
fake
coming
accounts
in.
for more political stuff that I like to post.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Some throwaway
yeah.
accounts.
Yeah, I got some throwaway accounts. I'd have to track down what my real one
Talk
is.
to Chris about
Yeah,
throwaway
that's smart.
accounts. Got mad that I showed his Facebook.
You showed my real one.
You doxed him.
So they can. We've said our full names on here.
We have our pictures on here.
Yes.
Well,
Look, I keep my picture on Facebook 5 years behind.
it's not right there.
Big brain moves.
Well, Thomas, how can they get in touch with us?
Yeah. So this was TACT Lab. Thanks, Jason, for
Thank you.
Thank you.
heading out here for this episode. You know, if you're listening to us on Spotify, Podcast Addict, any of that other stuff, you know, thank you. Leave a comment, review if you're on iTunes. We're also on YouTube. That way you can see all our beautiful faces. Check it out. We have a whole bunch of stuff. We're on TikTok. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the other shit. If I can talk, you can also send us an email at tactlabpod@gmail.com. That's TACTLABPOD@gmail.com. You know, we'd like to hear from you. And thanks everybody for listening.
Reach out to us.
Oh, and we got a new series, TACT Lab Reacts, every Friday.
Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Check that shit out.